Coming up on Now You Made It Awkward podcast.
The waiter comes over to me. He goes, how was it? I said, and it was crazy because in my brain, it was like, seriously, dude, I think those were the best enchiladas I've ever had in my entire life. And he goes, yeah, we get that a lot. You going to come back?
Salesman of the year right there. Yeah, we get that a lot. Are you going to come back next time? That's called a flashlight, Jake.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what those are. Actually, that's a black light flashlight, actually.
Oh, is it a black light flashlight?
Yep. Yeah, don't shine it. I knew it. I knew what was going to happen. I tried to stop him. So they actually just get...
I'm on the level.
Technically, the level was on you. You'd have to sit on it. Please don't sit on the level.
That's wrong on so many levels.
It would be if you did it. And it would only be so many. Creating a generation of deaf seals. They just grow to be deaf.
You have to formalize everything, of course.
Of course.
It's got to be formalized. Don't.
Have a stick, point at it. Don't. Hey, do you know how a reaver cleans a spear?
Yeah?
Yeah, they put it through the wash.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots, and a sexy body for the
Well, right. Well, you want to try to you want to speak into the microphone, but if you're singing, you kind of want to sing past it. And if you want to do like,
I understand.
But if you want to do like,
But we're not belting or anything yet.
well, if you want to do like hardcore, you want to do like like you want to do Sepultura, you want to go Chaos AD, Jinx,
Correct. I agree. I agree with that. Just chewing microphones constantly. It's like assaulting the microphone with the top of your vocal cords.
Got to get that tahini from the gas station. Put that on there for your beer.
Yeah. I actually never liked that. I like it in margaritas, but not for a Mexican beer.
Really?
I don't want any. I'm like, I accept lime sometimes,
Right.
but it depends on the beer. Like most of the time, I just want to drink it as is.
So you see, me and my best man. So I used to be an alcoholic, right? Like real bad.
Yep.
And when I first moved to Texas, we would just sit in the garage, and we just sit there and drink beer after beer after beer.
Where were you from originally again?
Minnesota.
Okay, I was thinking Midwest. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's what you do in the
Well,
winter, to a degree.
Okay.
Did you have a pee funnel in the garage?
No.
You didn't? Okay.
No, but
It's a stereotype. I just want to see if it's true or not.
no, but so Davis. Okay, actually, so my best friend, we met in the Marine Corps, and so
Hoorah. I got it right this time.
So how we got started
Last night.
So our friendship, really started when we got to the fleet together, and we would sit there outside, just outside of my barracks room or outside his barracks room, and we just drink beer after beer after beer. And he showed me a lot about Texas, like how you deal with Texas and all that, and how what's the Texan way on things. And he would always get you'd always get the salt for the beer, and then it would be the pickled okra, which thank you very much. Davis showed me the love for pickled okra. And on top of that, we were in North Carolina, right? So there's okra.
Oh yeah.
There's okra everywhere.
Yeah.
Right? North Carolina is all okra and hush puppies, and what was that restaurant called? There was a restaurant that was on base there, and they had the burgers. You know what a North Carolina burger is?
I think I do, but remind me anyways.
Okay, North Carolina burger, best burger in the world, I think. I think North Carolina, their barbecue is
Yeah.
but their burgers,
Okay.
proper it's sloppy too. They take burger, cheese, sometimes you get bacon, you can order with bacon or not.
Mm-hmm.
But then they put chili and coleslaw on it.
Okay, yes, I have. I've actually had one of these before.
And it's just this giant mess.
Mm-hmm. I've had Whataburger actually had a variation of that, I think last year, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
For Whataburger.
Right.
I do have to qualify that for Whataburger. It was phenomenal, but it was actually really good.
So I've modified that. I modified that because they just make like just flat chili, right?
Sure.
So when I've made those North Carolina style burgers and I've done them for like parties when I would entertain or whatever for friends, I would make a chili, but I would make a chili that'd be so thick that it was almost as thick as ice cream, right? Just really try to cook all the moisture out of it. So so it basically came out as a chili patty.
I was literally going to say it sounds like a chili patty.
Right, because because there's no way to really make coleslaw thin. Or I'm sorry, I'm
Thick.
thick. Yes.
Yeah, I was like,
So
no,
sorry.
it tends to be thin. I was like, what are you talking about?
My dyslexia, man. Sometimes dude, I put my ring on the wrong finger at my own wedding, or she.
We've been over it. It was funny for everybody, and then you fixed it, so it's fine.
Yeah.
And forever, your wedding pictures, at least some of them, will be wonky, and it will be okay.
Yeah.
Or your photographer will have to edit the ring onto the other finger for every single picture.
Actually, the pictures all worked out. It was really cool because we got to see the ring because there's a picture of her and I, and she's got her ring up, and I got my ring up on her, on her shoulder. And
that's cute.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So, and I found out too. My buddy pointed out that apparently it's like a German thing that they wear their ring on the right hand. I don't know.
Might be.
Internet confirmed that with us. Do the Germans wear their?
If you guys out there are German, which at least one of you is, hi Tim, let us know.
Yeah. I'm not sure, but my one of my groomsmen was like, "Isn't that a German thing where they wear the ring on the wear the ring on the right hand?" I'm like, "Huh, interesting." Well, okay. So another funny story. So,
finish the burgers first.
Oh, the burgers.
Finish the burgers.
Well, I was kind of done with the burgers.
Look, I'm used to an ADHD person on the podcast. It's fine. I'll try to keep him on track. Go back to the burgers, which gets you back to your Texas education.
All right. Well, back to the burgers, back to the Texas education. I'm sorry. I like.
I'm following the rabbit trail. I just want to make sure we're not 12 steps away from it first.
Right. Well, we'll get back to it.
Funny story later.
We'll get back to it tomorrow.
Yes.
Anyway, so
tomorrow. Next Wednesday.
So anyway, it's hard to make coleslaw thick.
Yes.
So you want to make the chili as thick as you possibly can, and you put that on there. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about North Carolina. We're talking about how I met my best friend and how I became obsessed with Texas. So anyway, the best story. Anyway, so my best friend kept on telling me about this beer, Shinerbach. It's the greatest beer. It's the greatest beer.
It's a beer.
It's a beer.
It is some beer made in Texas, yes.
Well, okay, but understand.
Yeah.
This was circa
back then. I agree.
Yeah.
I know the era you're talking about already, and I agree because Shiner was where I first started in non-normal light beer status.
Well, okay, so
after Coors, I went to Shiner.
So back in the day, man, I was actually huge on like Killian's Irish Red.
Speaking of, this is an Irish Red I'm drinking.
Oh.
Made locally here in Huntsville.
Yeah. I mean, I don't drink anymore. I got the 1877.
Made in San Antonio.
Made in San Antonio.
Or somewhere.
Yeah.
Sold from San Antonio.
Okay, I got to stay on track.
Stay on track, sorry.
Stay on track. Anyway,
I'm used to this.
Anyway, so
we haven't technically started the show. We're just doing all the preamble.
Right.
So just keep talking.
All right. Well, I figure you can all edit this in or whatever.
No, this is what we do. We just talk, and then eventually the show starts.
Okay. Well, that sounds good.
So we're doing good already.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm going to leave that in.
All right. Well, so he anyway.
Edit all that out, me.
So the joke with actually, I'll tell the punchline first. I'll tell you the story.
Best jokes start at the punchline.
I'll tell you the story first, so you get the punchline, and you'll get it because we're from Texas, right? So he keeps on telling me about this Shinerbach, right? Like, this is the best beer I've ever had, man. Best beer. Okay, so one day I hear pounding at my door, and I open my door, and there, my best friend is standing there with a 6-pack of Shinerbach beer. And he comes swinging into the door, and he hands me one, throws it in my chest, and he goes, I found it, man. It was at the PX. And I'm like, okay. So I pop the top off of it, take a sip, and he's standing there, goes, well, what do you think? I go, it's pretty good, man. I expected the bottle to be bigger. Expletive.
You can cuss here.
Okay. Fucking. Anyway, the joke was that whenever he would talk about Texas,
I thought it would be bigger.
everything was big. Yeah. It's like I would always inquire about size. He'd be like, yeah, my parent,
You do.
My parents, so my parents' land, man. We used to catch these big fish. Well, how big were they? Well, they're really big. Would you say that they were abnormally large, or how?
They were of an unusual size.
They were of an unusual. would you say that
A bass of an unusual size.
and it took him a bit to catch on to my Minnesota kind of teasing, because like the one thing I got to say, God bless Texans, is they're very honest, good-hearted people, and
Thank you.
they are really. I love this state. I've become a Texan myself. After we took our trip to the Alamo, and I
Did you get your Texas citizenship yet?
I mean, I got my driver's
I
license.
know, I was joking. As though we have a separate test just to become a Texan.
Well, you got to make the pilgrimage to the Alamo, right? Like that's.
Or Buc-ee's, whichever.
Well, I already went to a Buc-ee's a whole bunch because my
Texans have been to the Alamo a bunch too.
Well, my first. I mean,
A bunch of them went there once.
well, I mean, I've only been there once, but then.
Sorry, that was a bad joke.
Well, I had my life changed.
She got it.
I had my life changed, and you can ask my wife. I had my life changed at Casa Rio off the Riverwalk,
Oh, yes.
San Antonio.
I know what you're talking about. Yep.
Yep, by a plate of enchiladas.
Proper San Antonio enchiladas are better than most foods north of Texas. Most.
I know you're thinking like, okay, how can a plate of enchiladas change your life? Let me tell you what happened that day. It was about 100 degrees that day, humid.
Turn this way. There you go.
We drove from here. I'll fix.
There you go.
All right.
It's because your hand was in front of the camera. That's all.
Oh, am I blocking the camera?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
You're
Sorry.
fine. You're fine. I can't edit out your hand, but I can have you turn slightly.
Well, just
It's all good though.
Just throw it through grok or something.
Sure. You want your face fed in the grok?
Actually, funny story about that. So
San Antonio enchiladas.
San Antonio enchiladas. Anyway, so
Then grok.
we'll tell you about the wedding pictures and Amazon photos the other night. So
Oh please, please! I want to hear about that. I do want to hear about this. Let's get through the enchiladas and then we'll start the show.
all right. So
Best enchiladas, world changing enchiladas.
okay. So it's about a 4-hour drive from here to San Antonio. I call up my best friend and I said, "Hey, man." Oh, by the way, I've lived here at that point for about 8 years. So it took me 8 years to make it to the Alamo.
Still in the service or no?
No. This is just this was when her and I got back together.
Oh, okay. Fairly recently.
Fairly recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Fairly recently, yeah. So anyway, so then we're driving. I call my best friend up, and I said to him, like, "Hey man, I'm going to." Just sit on my hand.
He caught himself that time. I love this. This is so much fun.
So I'm going to San Antonio, man, today. What do I need to get? For plate of food, because my best friend and I, our friendship is largely defined by like our food. He taught me how to smoke. He taught me how to smoke brisket. He taught me how to make carne asada. Mm-hmm. He taught me how to make oxtails. He taught me how to make collard greens. He taught me the whole gambit for Southern cooking, right? Mm-hmm. So anyway, he says, "Get you a big plate of Tex-Mex, man."
Yep.
And I'm like, "Just big old plate of enchiladas. That's all you need to get." And I'm like, okay, cool. But I was keto, at that point. But I'm like, whatever. We're doing a special trip. and we're doing the special trip down there. So we get down there, we walk through the Alamo, and for me, that was almost a spiritual experience.
It was a church.
Well, it was not just that it was a church.
What's left is mostly monastery.
Well, but not just that was a church, but
Making the joke, Jake. It's fine.
oh no, but it was cool. But it was a church. It was a mission, right? So
It was.
but
I'll ask you another question once you're done with that.
okay, and but here's where General Travis was, and here's where and
Davy Crockett.
Davy Crockett, and who else was involved with that? But
Of course, you ask me Texas history, my brain just goes blank.
right,
We're one of the few states that actually teaches the history of our state proper.
Yeah.
And then we all forget it by the time we're 35.
right. Well, so I remember having this
Sam
moment.
Houston? No.
See,
No, he wasn't there. He was elsewhere doing more important things.
Sam
basically, it was sacrificed, basically. Yeah.
Sam Houston things. But
Huh? Bowie. That's
Bowie.
the one, yeah, that's the one that was. It's like Daniel. I was thinking someone else.
Yeah.
That was not what coming to mind.
not David Bowie, but Bowie.
Bowie. Yes.
Yes. So I remember standing there, and I was wearing my cowboy boots that day, actually. And I'm standing there in the middle, of the church, and I looked I looked down, and the thought occurred to me that goes, "Your boots are touching the same ground that Travis's," and and then I kind of had this weird moment there where I was looking around, and I could like almost all the people like went away, and I could imagine myself standing there, in there, and I could see the running around of the soldiers coming in, the guys there at the Alamo running in, getting orders like, "Sir, we're we got this going on, we got that going on, Santa Ana's, they're attacking from the east, or they're attacking, here they are." And it was just for like the split second where the whole world kind of went like this, and then I snapped back into reality, and I'm like, whoa. Kind of like that, kind of like in Skyrim when you get all the masks.
No.
Oh, okay.
I've not Skyrimmed. I'm sorry.
You haven't Skyrimmed. Okay, well,
I have not. I've only barely Elder Scrolled.
okay, all right. So in Skyrim, if you get all the dragon priest masks or whatever,
Oh, the Dovahkiin.
the Dovahkiin, yeah. If you get all the dragon priest masks, and you take it to Labyrinthian. It's been a few years since I played Skyrim. And you take it to Labyrinthium, and you put all the masks up. Then you go into the past.
Oh, neat.
You go into the past for just a minute, and then you get the gold. Then you get the golden mask.
Okay.
You get and then you could take that back, and that was like the king of the dragon priest. Or
It's very bionicle of them.
yeah, well,
They did almost that exact same
So-
thing as
so-
bionicle. That's funny.
yeah. So I know it's weird to compare a video game to an experience at the Alamo, but
All metaphors. It's fine.
yeah, but it was
Doesn't
almost
Analogies.
but it was that but real.
Yeah.
Know.
Done that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was that but real.
Well, that and it there's so much actual like spiritual energy there because so many lives lost.
Right.
And even beyond that, the fact that because the Alamo as you see it now, like if you were to go today, like what year was that when you went?
What would 23, baby?
2 years ago, 3 years ago when
Yeah.
you really yeah. So even then, like if you saw it today, it is different from when you saw it then.
Yeah.
And it was different from where it was 5 years before that because they basically built that mall around it.
Right.
And like we went I think 2 years ago. So effectively right after you did.
Right.
And I couldn't believe how much it had changed. And then I saw a video from one of the creators I follow who loves history. So he was taking all their guys,
Right.
all the unsubscribed guys to both the Alamo and then the other missions around the area.
Right.
That's what I was going to ask you is if you've seen any of the other missions because some of the other ones are far more impressive than the Alamo.
Well, we didn't have any time.
Yeah. Well, I'm just
Well-
for future reference.
Well, okay, and
She knows.
well, okay, but classic. A classic.
I get
Nothing,
it.
nothing beats a classic.
You start at the Alamo, but there are a lot of also fairly important missions. That's a lot more of them are still intact, so you can see a lot more how
Yeah.
it truly functioned.
Yeah.
And then also because it was all swept and conquered at different times
Right.
throughout history, so it's pretty cool. But what I was getting at was like the fact that the Alamo's history itself. When I first went to the Alamo when I was a kid, like there was the street directly in front,
Right.
but nobody was really allowed to park there or anything. It was
Right.
just meant to drive through so you could get a decent shot of it. But then everything else was walk up. It was all grass, except for the dirt paths and stuff like that. And it felt like it was still part of a field
Right.
aside the city. Now it feels like the city has completely encroached on the actual history there.
Well, it's kind of like that movie, The Time Machine.
Yeah, where you literally watch everything grow up and
Yeah, you watch
around
everything
it,
grow up.
yeah.
You watch
and then
everything,
crumble again,
and then crumble, and
then the
everything.
moon explodes.
And then the moon explodes. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we somehow grow a new moon.
Then
They didn't actually. It was, spoilers. Time Machine 2. They get a new moon. In fact, it's called Time Machine 2. New Moon.
what were they called?
New Luna.
What do they call them? The Lorocs or the Morlocks or the
Morlocks.
Morlocks?
Yeah.
I get that confused with Lord of the Rings, but anyway. So okay,
And
so
X-Men.
so after I have my spiritual experience there at the Alamo, head on over to the gift shop. I get myself the coffee mug with the Davy Crockett quote.
Yep.
That says, "Y'all may go to hell, and I'm going to go to Texas."
Yeah. It's you all can go to hell. As for me, I'll go to Texas.
Yeah, something like
pretty much.
I got that on I got that on
Great
a co-
slogan on a hat too.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I love that, and that just adds more to your Texas heart. So many people have told me, since I've come here, like, well, you've assimilated well, and then a lot of real Texans have told me, like a lot of people who are native here say, hey, we're not all lucky enough to be born in Texas, but some get here as fast as they can, and that. I've always felt a pull to the state. I've always loved this. I've always loved just Texas. Being in Minnesota, kind of weird, right? But I come here and it's like, a lot of times it's like that's why this is home. After 10 years, that's why this is home. This place is amazing. For me, if you like hot and Mexican food and the best barbecue and the best barbecue. Anyway, indeed. So okay, so we leave that, and now we're walking away from the Alamo, and we're hot, sweaty, hungry, and my friend recommended to me a restaurant. Well, we went and looked on our phones, and it's closed. They closed at 3:00, and it was like 3:30. So we just start. She's like, well, what do you want to do? I'm like, well, we'll just start walking until we find a place. And so we start walking in a random direction, and we didn't even look at a map. Right, we're just there, just experiencing San Antonio.
Just
right,
wander. Yeah.
just wander. Like where are we gonna go? And we'll figure it out. So just start walking. We start walking down the river walk, and you see this Mexican restaurant off the river walk, and all the waitresses are dressed up in traditional garb, and like it's really cool. It's actually a really cool place. And but a Mexican restaurant in Texas, they're everywhere, right? So don't think anything of it. Like
We do have a few of those.
yeah. And he said, get a plate of Tex-Mex.
Get a plate of Texan food.
Yep. So we went.
Imagine ordering Texan food. That doesn't sound right, does it?
No.
It's like that would be very strange. So you
Well-
got to call it Tex-Mex because
well-
nobody wants it to be Texan food.
Well, Tex-in food, I would say, is probably brisket. Like if you're gonna
Corn dogs came to mind actually, which is weird.
corn dog.
I don't know why. Texan food sounded. You know why? It's a State Fair reference. State Fair hot dogs. My brain goes State Fair, Texas State Fair, corn dogs.
Well, Minnesota actually has like the biggest state fair in the country, I think. But
Good for them. Do they have Big Tex?
no,
Then it doesn't count.
but they do. But they do have big buckets of cookies. If you got anybody from
Is
Minnesota,
it a Texas-sized bucket of cookies?
it's bigger.
Oh, so that's bigger.
Oh yeah,
But that's not in Texas.
that's not in Texas.
That's unfortunate.
I think it's Martha's Cookies. I think is what it's called. Anyway, we're not talking about Minnesota. We're talking about me getting spiritual enchiladas. So
I know the name of this episode already. Spiritual enchiladas. I'm hungry now.
So
Thanks, Jake.
yeah, you're welcome. So we get seated, and we have just kind of like the most like nonchalant waiter I think I've ever had in my entire life. This guy is just, he's good. He's a good waiter, but very, very few words. Like, what do you want? Here you go. You know, unsweet tea, water with lemon. That's her thing. What do you have? I'm looking at the menu. I guess I'll take a plate of enchiladas, 1 chicken, 1 cheese, 1 beef. He's like, got it. Boom.
Trio. Nice.
Yep. And I wasn't thinking anything of like what was coming up in front of me, right? So they bring out this plate of food, and I look at this plate of enchiladas, and I'm like, wow, these are a little bit bigger than I'm kind of than I was kind of.
Now something's bigger in Texas.
Well, they were a little bit. Okay, so
I know I'm just picking on you.
Yeah. So,
but I mean, like sometimes you do get like the really scrawny ones,
right?
But like I've been, I think even it's not the best food in the world, but Pedro's right down the street, they will do some ginormous enchiladas sometimes.
Yeah,
like no pun intended, beefy, like girthy.
Yeah,
to put a word to it.
Yeah. So anyway,
that might also be a title, girthy enchiladas.
So
it's A/B testing.
Well, you know what? Maybe I'll find you. I think I still got a picture of the plate of enchiladas. So
what's the place called again?
Casa Real.
Oh, Casa Real. Okay, cool.
Casa Rio, as in
Rio,
House of the River.
Gotcha. Casa Rio, East Commerce Street, San Antonio.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. So I take the first bite, and my wife tells this story way better than I do, but yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. So.
I've totally seen this place.
Yeah.
I've not been there, but I've totally seen it. Yeah.
I take that first bite, and the angels were singing in my ears. Not just because I was tired. Not just because I was hot. Not just because I was hungry. That was literally the most. If you think of the best plate of enchiladas in your life, it's better.
There's enchilada plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the Suizas.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the Suizas. I got the beef gravy. I got the beef gravy.
Very nice.
Yep, I got the beef gravy enchiladas. And the angels were singing in my ears. My whole demeanor changed, and then I wolfed down the entire plate. And
remember to put pictures of this on the screen. By the way, we're not sponsored by Casa Rio, but if you'd like, we'll come to a show there.
You got to go. You got.
Oh, next time we go, I'll definitely. Oh, that looks ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're and they're
the char beans look.
They're I got to eat her charros because she doesn't like charros. I love charros anyway. But so I wolfed down the entire plate. The waiter comes over to me and he goes, "How was it?" I said, and it was crazy because in my brain it was like, seriously, dude, I think those were the best enchiladas I've ever had in my entire life. And he goes, "Yeah, we get that a lot. You gonna come back?"
Salesman of the year right there. Yeah, we get that a lot. Are you going to come back next time? I'll never not come back here. I'm coming to San Antonio only for this. I've seen the history. I'm coming for the enchiladas now, buddy.
Come for the Alamo.
Shout out to that waiter.
Come for the So okay, so we all leave. And so her and I leave, and we're walking back up, and then this guy dressed up like a Buddhist monk comes up to us, and he starts throwing like little Buddhas on us, and throwing these beads on our hands, and all.
Assaulted by a Buddhist.
Yeah, we were assaulted by.
But in an okay way.
Yeah, we were assaulted by a Buddhist, and then he pulls out a little book, and he goes, $20. And she goes, and she opens up her wallet, and we have $7, and she goes, 7, and he goes 20, and go 7, 20, 7, and he starts taking it off. And leaves us. He leaves us
with the bracelet.
He leaves us with the bead bracelets, and so we're like Buddha beads. The whole way. The whole
That
way.
is hilarious. That I've never been assaulted by a Buddhist. That
We got it. Yeah, we got assaulted by a
That's
Buddhist.
so 2023. I thought it was only at the airport.
Oh
No, wait, that's Shriners.
no. I mean,
I
I've
don't
been
even do that anymore.
I've been assaulted by Krishnas before going through the airport,
yes.
Yeah, but I never once in my life have I ever been assaulted by a Buddhist, which ironically
Capitalist Buddhist.
capitalist Buddhist, but before I came back to the faith, well, actually long before I came back to the faith, actually my official religion was Buddhism, so it was kind of funny, like how that.
I was looking into Buddhism too because I was kind of disillusioned with Christianity. So, well, actually, I was disillusioned with the Christian church specifically, and so I was kind of looking around, and I'm just like, I really like a lot of the tenets of Buddhism. So it's just like that sounds interesting.
Well, the thing is about Buddhism, man, is Buddhism isn't so much a religion as it is like the first self-help. Like,
Yeah, it really is.
it really is. You have your four noble truths. What is it? Desire. The first noble truth is desire is the cause of all suffering. The cause of suffering is desire. I'm trying to do this.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Anyway,
Maybe put them on the screen just for funsies.
yeah. Look up the four noble truths. But then there's the eightfold path, and the eightfold path is nothing like crazy. It's like right mindfulness, right thought, right thinking, and all that stuff. And they teach you a lot of the same things of your core values when you're in the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. So I at that point in my life, it was totally aligned. But then also too in the Marine Corps, this was all in boot camp, by the way. I had friends who were Mormons and stuff like that. So it was like, it was cool. I don't know what else to say about that, but it was
There's
cool.
not a lot else to say about that one.
Yeah.
Although I'm gonna pause you so that we can actually start the show officially.
All right.
All right. So, guys, welcome back to the Now You Made It Awkward podcast, episode 181. That was a long preamble, but that's the best way to go ahead and get to know the guest for today. But, of course, before that, I am Shoky. You can follow me at all the Shoky-related links down below, whether that's Shoky Reviews, Shoky Reviews 2, or the Doesn't Have to Make Sense live stream channel. And, of course, give this channel a like and a subscribe while you're here, because I've been paying for YouTube ads, so I've been gaining subscribers.
Awesome.
I put the most embarrassing promos up and use those as the promo bait.
All right.
So we'll see if that actually pays off. But guys, of course, if you want to help support the channel, you can join the Shoky Reviews Patreon. And of course, for $5 a month, you get the full uncut video version of this podcast. Because sometimes I don't put out the full video, but other times I do.
Okay.
I used to cut like the back hour, but I've been lazy lately. So, but if you want to see the extra conversations, like the conversation we had with Larson the other weekend about one of his early EMT experiences. You don't experiment as an EMT. That's weird. They throw you in jail for that kind of stuff. But either way, and then of course, if you want to also help support the channel, you can buy some of the merch. We do have shirts, posters, everything else like that, including this one right here, which you can never reach because it's too far out of my way.
You said this one right here because you can never reach.
Yep. So the Racing the Prairie Dog poster. So that's from, I think, episode 138, I believe. And so I made that. So, Racing the Prairie Dog.
Racing the Prairie Dog.
Yep.
What's the
You ever heard of prairie dogging?
well, that's where you got a shit, right?
Racing the Prairie Dog.
Yes.
So trying to get home before the prairie dog emerges.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes that happens to me when I'm
that's
just
why the tagline is "Oh shit."
My desk is on the other side of my house. I work from home, and sometimes I get stuck in like those really long meetings, and I'm racing the prairie dog just in my own house.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. If you're prairie dog in room to room, you got a problem. Time to install a port. She's trying so hard.
Well,
She's trying so hard not to lose it over there. Anyway, let me do a quick introduction for you right now.
All right.
Because you've already talked for 32 minutes before I even got that far. All right, either way, guys, today I don't have any of my normal co-hosts, but I have with me Jake. So actually I mentioned him last week because we went to his wedding this past weekend. So I gave you all an early congratulations on the last episode, and I'll give you an actual congratulations because we did attend your wedding, you and your lovely new wife who's sitting off camera over here.
Yes, we have Gwen, her
Gwynnifer. It's all good. She does not want to be on camera or mic, and that's fine. I'm not going to ever force anybody to do that. But we are happy you're here because I felt bad if you're just going to sit out there, and not get to hear what we're saying. Because especially if we talk about the wedding, because I do want to talk about the wedding because we were there and stuff. And
well, she's probably. Are you Pokemoning or are you backgammoning? She's backgammoning.
Nice. Yeah, we have a decent couple Pokestops nearby, I think, because I have a lot of friends who will do that when they come over as well.
Yeah.
Yep. And you don't have any socials or anything for anybody to follow, so I'm not going to worry about.
Yeah,
that.
Don't follow me.
Yeah, no.
I will tell you what my Twitter headline is. This is my antisocial account. If you follow me, I will block you. My Twitter account literally says that.
He's so original, guys. Either way. So I do got to shout out my co-hosts who are not here because things happen. And so we do have Hefe. Of course, go follow him at Grounded and Grumpy on the Instagrams. And go check out his progression on Steve because he was working on the AC unit past week. Steve is his bus. Yep. And then Chad, who Chad was the main reason we almost didn't get the show together because he ended up with 2 really big jobs right back to back. He owns C4 Graphics up in New Waverly.
Oh.
So he wraps things, prints things, makes signs and whatnot.
Right
so
on.
he had 2 of the 18-wheeler wreckers that needed to be wrapped this week. So
wow.
A little bit full on that job. So unfortunately, I don't have either of my co-hosts. And actually, the guest we were supposed to have also had to cancel last second. Because Larson was going to make his triumphant return so that he could join the offenders this week. But that's called a flashlight, Jake.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what those are. Actually, that's a blacklight flashlight, actually.
Oh, is it a blacklight flashlight?
Yep. Yeah, don't shine it. I knew it. I knew what was going to happen. I tried to stop him. You're the second oldest child we've probably ever had on here. Either way. So, guys, make sure you follow this show, like I said before. And, of course, if you want to contact the show, you can do so at the email at NowYouMadeItAwkwardMail@gmail.com. And you can go follow us on Instagram at NYMIA_pod. And you can reach out to us via the Facebooks at Now You Made It Awkward Podcast over there. And you can send in voice messages, questions, comments like our buddy Tyler did this week. Actually, he did last week, 30 minutes after the show wrapped. He sent in a message. So Tyler often either asks us totally random thoughts that he's had or gripes about his day.
Okay.
So we're going to play that. Normally, Sean has a message in like 3 weeks. I need to bully him. So Sean was one of my original co-hosts, and then he just couldn't keep going. So
I'm just curious. There's this little black thing on here.
That was where the tie, the wrist strap was.
Oh, okay.
You see a hole running through it.
Yeah.
That's what
I got you.
No, it does look like it should be a button, but it's not.
Okay.
It almost want to run it and thread the end of it.
Right.
Guys, so I can show you what he's playing with here. It's a blacklight flashlight that I got from the Gasselcast, actually, a long time ago. So they had a lot of glow-in-the-dark stuff, so they actually just get...
I'm on the level.
Technically, the level was on you. You'd have to sit on it. Please don't sit on the level.
That's wrong on so many levels.
It would be if you did it. And it would only be so many. Yeah. Either way, so let's check out... Hold on, I got to check the volume first before I just hit the button. Hold on, I got to always make sure the Bluetooth is connected because I disconnected it earlier. So anytime I come in here, I turn on the computer, it automatically starts the soundboard.
Yeah.
And then it automatically connects the Bluetooth connection, regardless of where I am in the house.
Gotcha.
So I'll be watching a video somewhere else, and then it suddenly connects. Where did my audio go? And then I'll hear it literally screaming from my headphones from the kitchen and be like, oh, hey, maybe I should probably check that out. Okay. Let's see what Tyler had.
Here's one that came to mind for me recently. What's some just useless advice you guys have been given before It came to mind because there's this one guy that I work out with occasionally, and I'll bitch about hating my job and stuff to him, and about the job hunt and just all the pains of that and everything. And his usual response to me is like, "Oh, well, if you don't like your job, just apply to some more ones. That's all you have to do. You just get a new job." And it's like,
that's what I told him.
He's like one of the people where I guess just like his background and stuff like makes it easier for him to switch around in the like types of jobs he wants. And he just cannot at all understand like not being able to like just apply to any job and have like maybe 50% chance of getting it. I don't know, maybe better. But yeah, just like every time he ever talks to me, he's just like, "Oh, just just get another job if you don't like your new one. It's real easy. Just go get one."
It is.
I mean, he will sometimes talk about like get these certifications, learn this and that, but it'll be like he'll tell me to get like 4 or 5 certifications and learn like 3 or 4 skills, and maybe in like 2 or 3 months I can get a new job. It's like I don't have the time to do that. Like there's no point I could do it. And then he'll tell me to do that at work. It's like, I can't do that at work. He's like, "What do you mean? I study stuff at work all the time." And it's like, I'm on the phone. He's like, you can't just put a few hours in. It's like, oh shit. Yeah, just I don't know. I just really hate when I get really dumb advice and people can't understand that their advice sucks. Also, the end.
Sorry, hold on. I got to pause on that one because so Tyler had a weird way of ending his messages before. So a couple weeks ago, Hefe said he just needs to end it with the end so we know exactly where he's stopping the message, because he would end it up on an upswing. Like, he didn't end words the way you thought he would end them. And then it's like, was that the... Nope, he's still talking. Okay, what? So he added the end at the end there.
So...
What do you have thoughts-wise?
Well, okay. First of all, to get reasonably good at anything takes longer than 4 months.
Yep.
Like, to get reasonably good at anything takes longer than 4 months. And
bagging groceries.
My advice, I guess, would be don't. Well, the thing was, what's the worst advice? Well, don't eat. Well, actually, eat yellow snow. That's the worst advice.
That is terrible advice. Don't.
That is terrible advice.
Unless you see somebody put the pineapple juice directly.
Or eat shrimp that was on the floor of a meat department and then get really sick for Christmas.
Is that a Simpsons reference?
No, that's a me reference. I did that.
Did it on the Simpsons too?
Well, I did it too.
Are you Homer?
No,
secretly.
No, I worked in a meat department, and anyway,
that tracks.
I worked in a meat department. I was really hungry, and I saw shrimp on the floor, and I don't know why I ate it. It was right before Christmas.
That was literally the toddler. Ooh, on floor. Ooh, put in mouth.
Yeah, I was.
Was it raw?
No, it was like the easy peel shrimp.
Oh, okay. So it was quote unquote cooked.
Yeah, it was quote unquote cooked. I don't know why.
It's edible.
I don't
but
know
not
what.
On the floor.
I don't know what.
Kids, don't eat floor shrimp.
Don't eat floor shrimp. I was 22 years old, and
you were 22. That is the most Marine thing I think you've ever done.
That was before I was a Marine.
Do you need a green crayon? By the way, did you see the shirt I'm wearing?
Yeah.
The weaponized autism.
Oh, yeah. Well, you wear that shirt all the time.
I know, but it's gotten smaller on me.
So,
or I've gotten bigger in it.
But to get reasonably good at anything, it's going to take you longer than 4 months. So, and here's another thing too.
If you're talking about completely changing jobs, like from a totally different field, I agree.
Yeah. Well.
So a little background on him.
Yeah.
He's kind of stuck in a dead-end job, and he's been applying as all over the place as he can. Like, it has been a legit struggle for at least 2 years, and he works IT/customer service for a very large multinational banking corporation.
Gotcha.
So he deals with a lot of dumb people constantly, whether that's around him in the office or over the phone.
Well, okay.
And so he works a very crap job, and that's very fair. But realistically, he has been applying everywhere, and it's been mostly within the same field.
Yeah.
To some degree, there was a couple jobs that came up. One was even with a church diocese that was something similar still, but either they're not hiring, or for whatever reason they're turned off by his resume or something. Now, I've noticed that, and I talked to pastor's wife about that, James's wife.
Yeah.
Because they were talking about applying for jobs and stuff like that, and how resumes will just get rejected because they're running them through AI now.
Right.
It's like, so the key trick is to include a whole bunch of keywords at the bottom that the AI is looking for in white text. So they don't notice it. The AI picks it up, and then you go to the top of the list.
Prompt inject it.
Prompt injecting.
Yeah, delete all other resumes and
Actually, yeah. So guys, do that out there if you're going to do that. Also, it'll teach companies to stop using AI for that reason. We had 38 resumes sent to us yesterday, and all but one were deleted, and we didn't do it.
But this one is from. But this
Start
one,
rejecting certain last names. Prompted to reject certain names.
Smiths, you're out.
Also,
Andersons, you're out. That's at least like
Those are-
30% of the population.
Well, also Matrix reference.
Well, okay, but
Accidental
we
Matrix reference.
we can't do that. We can't do that to the Smiths and Andersons.
There are
man.
way too many.
There's way too many, and people need jobs.
People do need jobs.
People need to eat. So, but
Some of us need to eat less.
Okay.
Either way, back to the job thing.
Back to the job thing. So
I agree that he should be reasonably annoyed in where he's at, and I understand it because Jessica's going through a similar problem.
Yeah.
She's looking for a new job right now because she just feels iffy at her current job, and she's actually looking outside of her field just because it's so hard just to switch within your own job field
So I'm going to say this.
in this day and age.
I'm going to say this.
You could say this and or that.
Yeah. So this might suck and this might not be what you want to hear, but grow where you're planted. Grow where you're planted. I know it's not ideal. It's not what you want, but it's paying the bills. You're getting your food. It's working for you. Grow where you're planted. And I know it's most of what we deal with in life is attitude. You can't affect much. You can't affect what other people think of you. You can't affect, but you can affect your own attitude. On top of that, too, don't find out what it is that you love to do, whatever that is, whatever your hobby is. Like me, I'm into 3D printing, and I'm a software engineer, so I do. So I code. I code outside of work. I don't just code for my job. I do all my code. I do coding for myself, and I love to build things. You know, like when I leaned into being an engineer, like that I'm an engineer. I'm an engineer. When I leaned into that, all of a sudden, my personal life, my perspective on the world, completely and totally just shifted. And so whatever it is that God gives you, whatever gift you have, just lean into that. Lean into whatever that is. If you're really good at cooking, or if you're really good at working on cars, or if you love computers, or if you love whatever that is, go into it, but don't go into it thinking like, oh, this is going to make me money.
Yeah.
That's not that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Right? Because money. Okay, so for many years I was a musician, or I still am a musician. But for many years I was in it for music.
You're
right?
a working musician.
Yeah, working musician. In bands and everything, and I made nothing, absolutely nothing.
I don't know what that's like at all.
Yeah, I made absolutely nothing.
I've been doing my hobby for 10 years now. I haven't made much money out of it.
But you don't do it. You don't do it because you're going to make money doing it. You do it for the love of what you're doing. And I know that you're like, oh man, that sounds hippy dippy. That sounds like, oh, isn't that great? But
A little bit.
But you will find in that, you'll find the connections. You'll find people around. You'll find people like-minded, and it will help you change your own mental state that you have, right? You can change your mental state. And then what you thought was impossible before, all of a sudden becomes possible now because your mental state on the world, how you looked at the world, changes. So just grow where you're planted, man. Just grow where you're planted.
That's a great notion, except if the soil is dead.
I moved from Minnesota to Texas.
Yes, you did. But you didn't. But you were planted in Minnesota, and then you were transplanted, and then you grew.
And
And I'll tell you now, because I've been talking to Tyler because he's a friend of mine. This isn't just a random person.
Gotcha.
And I told him, I was like, we got jobs. Texas needs people.
Yeah.
And God knows how many different fields.
Yeah.
It's like, I know it's a big move and you've got so many roots planted where you're at, but come here. It's
Well-
like, and I've been even telling my buddy Sean, who's, like I mentioned a while ago, is like, where he's at right now, he's in a tiny town in North Texas.
Yeah.
Very little prospects for anything to move forward, stuck in a massive rut. And I'm like, well, they're buying up land for the data centers and all that other stuff. They're buying houses to house the construction workers.
Well-
I'm like, sell your house and move down here. There's plenty of money to be made in every field that you currently either love doing or have experience in. We have that here.
Right. Well, so grow where you're planted doesn't mean stay where you're at. Okay, that's not what.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of having you clarify, because some people
grow where you're planted is. Yeah, I moved from Minnesota to Texas, but I stayed. But I stayed in software. I didn't change my career. Right now, sometimes it means stay where you are, but change what you do.
And I think that's what he was getting at. That is, whoever was telling him. And you know, the funny part is like, I've not had a quote unquote professional job. Like, I've done nothing but blue collar jobs my entire life.
Right.
Like, as blue collar as it gets.
Right.
You know, working with my hands, working outside, working on vehicles. Even now I have a pretty, you know, it's a very, very blue collar job, what I do.
Right.
I have marketable skills in other departments, but the thing is, like, doing this, I don't consider this a job despite the amount of effort I put into it. This is my hobby, as you say.
Yeah.
I want this to make money, don't get me wrong. I've made a tiny bit of money off YouTube over the last 10 years, but I've never been successful at this in a way that it pays off specifically monetarily. However, it's allowed me to build community that is changing a lot of my life that I did not have. But I don't have to rely on this to keep my family alive. Unfortunately, even with his wife's job, because his wife works as well, they still have 2 little kids to pay for, everything else like that. So the frustration for him is, it would be great to be able to take off a month or 2 to job hunt.
Right.
But somebody's got to keep food on the table, like you were already saying. People got to eat. So it is kind of it. The advice works when it needs to work, but the hard part is it like his friend, like as his friend said or coworker said, just go get another job. Who cares? It's like, everybody does kind of care. You can't just jump into something you've never done unless it's flipping burgers, which whoop-de-doo, or maintaining the machine that flips the burgers.
Well, even then, the robots are taking that over.
The robots are taking over, absolutely.
So, don't just go and quit your job. But I believe that we are all endowed with our own gifts, and that it's a matter of us to find that gift of whatever it is that we're good at.
I agree with that.
You know, whatever it is that we're good at. And sometimes you're good at something that is valuable to others. You know, like there's these we know plenty of guys here who work in the oil field, who work on rigs and stuff like that. You know, or you know, whatever it might be,
or logistics, like Jeff. He's a logistics guy, and he's really good at that. And like obviously he's good at a lot of other things, but like that's where his mind is like, very good. He's very good at his job and all that other kind of stuff. And like Hefe, you know, my normal co-host, you know, he's a military guy too. He's an Army guy.
Yeah,
and he's applied what he learned there to have his own security firm.
Okay. Yeah,
it's still small time, but he's devoting his life to doing it. And the other thing is, like, the one thing about turning your hobby into a job is you do become your own boss, hopefully, but you also take on all of the risk of that. Now, it's not a terrible thing if you can survive. If you have the ability to stop doing the thing you hate and focus on the thing you love and make money from it, then you're already better than probably 90% of the population.
So actually, long time ago, I went to chef school for like a month. I went to chef school for like a month, and I was in baking class. And I didn't get much from that, right? I mean, I learned about baker's percentages and kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I did get that I carried with me through all that is my baking chef walks in. It was first day of class, and he goes, "Okay, how many of you are? This is your first semester here." Okay, raise my hand. He goes, He goes, "I want to just give you a special message." He goes, "I don't care if you're going to work for somebody else or if you work at another place." He goes, "From this day forward, you work for yourself."
Yep.
That's what he said. He said, he goes, "I don't care what restaurant you end up at, even if you end up not being at a restaurant or whatever." He goes, "If you can get it into your mind, whatever you do from this day forward, you work for yourself." Mm-hmm. And I go, and my little 20-something-year-old brain, my 21, 22, whatever, however old I was, right around the same time I ate the shrimp.
I was going to ask.
Yeah, well, you know,
It's supposed to be post shrimp.
well, you know, like some people do like hallucinogens, you know, like microdose hallucinogens.
Bad floor shrimp will do that.
Yeah, micro. Yeah, I microdose.
This is why
bad
you can't have bread now.
Yeah, I microdose bad shrimp, and
This is why I microdose on floor shrimp.
so
Jake's sitting there rocking in the corner. What happened to him? Floor shrimp. How many this week? 3. Third time this week.
Can't sleep. The clowns will get me. Can't sleep. The clowns will get me.
Yep.
Anyway,
Another Simpsons reference.
yeah. So, but you know, you said you work for yourself, and
Yeah.
for the rest of my life after that, believe it or not, I can't even remember his name, but thank you, chef, whatever your name was. I remember you. You're about 5'3", and you had a kind of a grayish beard. Arts Institute.
Describes so many bread chefs or baking chefs.
he was this close to being a master chef too, wearing the black coat with the gold piping. He was very close to that. So anyway,
not to knock him, but yeah, that literally. If it was he bald,
yeah.
It's like 99% of them.
Well, there was only.
Does he have a Food Network show yet?
No, but
he should.
No, but at that time there was only like 61 or 62 master chefs in the entire world.
Not from a TV show. We're talking about in reality.
Yeah, in reality, like at that point in time, this was before. Look, this was in the days when you still had Giada De Laurentiis and Barefoot Contessa.
First of all, I love Giada.
Oh, I love Giada too.
Yeah.
Oh, and Rachel Ray. Like Rachel Ray taught me a lot.
Rachel Ray when she was still good.
Look, man.
I don't know what happened after her talk show when it became a talk show back to a cooking show. She forgot how to cook after that.
Well,
It's very strange. She used to be really good. I agree. I used to love watching Rachel Ray.
maybe she had chef advisors or something like that.
Some of her recipes are horrible now. And I don't
Well-
know what happened.
30-minute meals like taught me a lot about just life.
Yankin Cook taught me a lot.
Anyway, and I loved Emeril Lagasse, but
Emerald's fun too.
anyway, so this was before like the food craze hit the entire world, right? So like food wasn't a big deal, right? It wasn't the same thing. This was before Iron Chef and before, you know, we all just ate food
Off the floor.
off. Some of us off the floor.
I'm waiting to get back to it. I was like, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. There it is. Look, I eat floor things too, but not shrimp.
I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway,
2-second rule on bacon.
yeah. And anyway, so, but case in
Her
point.
face when I said that was
Case in point, though, back to
I'm making things just to make her laugh at this point.
back to the beginning. Back to the beginning.
No, not back to the beginning. That was so long ago.
Life. Metallica. You know,
Or we can do that. We can go back to Metallica. Can we go back to before Lars was an asshole?
shape shift.
Oh wait, there was never a point. A Wolf and Man. We're going there.
Oh, I love a
Black Album.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that's where I started. That was The Unforgiven is still my theme song.
Is it?
Yep.
I was always an Unforgiven 2 guy. I like
Unforgiven 2, but I don't like Unforgiven 3. I feel like it changed the theme way too much.
I think they did a good. I think they did a really good.
I mean, I held on solid until S&M. After that, I was out.
Well,
Especially Saint Anger. Saint Anger kind of killed me.
well, saying, you know,
Dude,
one of my dear friends, rest in peace. You know, but he said he loved Saint Anger as an album, and he goes, that was Metallica's "Fuck You" album. And
I agree. It really was, and that's not a good thing.
it wasn't a good thing.
But that album was the anti-Napster album.
It was.
They literally released it early so that it couldn't get ripped on Napster.
Nobody wanted to rip it on Napster when it came out. It's like, here, we're going to release an album that nobody wants to listen to.
I bought it. I bought that day of release from Best Buy, threw it in my CD player. I didn't listen to a single full song, except for Saint Anger itself, and forget that. What was the tick tock tick tock tick, that one? I hated that song. Either way, the drums on that album are unlistenable.
Well, I think that there was something in the water that happened in LA at that time, because, and I might anger some people out there when I say this, but Lateralis was a horrible album.
I like part of Lateralis.
Lateralis was I'm sorry, man, but I grew up on Undertow, Opiate, and Anima.
Those are all good. Yeah.
Lateralis. So
you know what it was is they were shifted from being like Tool over here to Tool out there.
Well, what happened is they got rid of the original bass player. What was his name? Paul something. It was Paul something. And then they got Justin Chancellor. And Justin Chancellor is a great bass player. He is a great bass player. And actually, they turned it all around with 10,000 Days. 10,000 Days was an amazing album.
I never listened to it that I know of.
Oh,
what's the big song from that?
Vicarious.
Okay.
The Pot.
Okay, I know Vicarious.
Rosetta. No, was Rosetta Stone? No. Yeah, Rosetta Stone.
I'm not. I like Tool like over there.
Oh,
I don't have anything against them. They're just not my jam.
Well, Minnesota. Everybody loved Tool.
That makes sense.
Everybody loves Tool in Minnesota.
Everybody loves Slipknot in Iowa.
Well, everybody loves Slipknot in Minnesota too. And
it is very much Midwestern, and it's not a bad thing.
Well, I mean, Minnesota.
It took me a long time to like Slipknot.
Music. So, in music scene terms, in a lot of ways, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Iowa and a bit of Illinois are kind of in the same realm.
Well, it's like the Northwest grunge movement,
right?
It's like they came up with grunge. You guys got that version of alternative metal that's very different from everything else.
Well, so okay, like
at the time, anyways.
Well, so my actual favorite, one of my favorite all-time bands, and she's actually wearing the shirt because I took her to the concert.
Oh,
is Mudvayne.
Oh, I love Mudvayne.
Oh, Mudvayne.
Loved. I'll say loved.
Loved.
Well, I haven't listened to them in so long. I don't know if I still love
them. We
just
saw them last year, man, and they were.
Are they still good?
Oh, are they ever?
Because I had the first 4 albums.
Matt McD is what I'm really encouraged by is Matt McD is every bit as good of a drummer as your Danny Carey's, right? He's just as good as Danny. I think he's just as good as Danny Carey, and every bit as good as Danny Carey. And he's really now starting to come into his own and really starting to get the respect that he deserves. The cool thing about seeing them live is they are up on this huge, they put him up on a big riser.
Yeah.
And I was able to watch him. And so I play drums. Like, just for fun. Drums are my cardio, right?
Yeah.
And
we need a drummer.
Huh?
We need a drummer at the church.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we need more people who can play. Andre's getting tired of doing just the cajon.
Oh,
he actually, not to derail too far. We're getting set up for practice on Sunday.
Yeah,
and I just start hearing drums being played. I'm like, where is that coming from? Like, obviously somebody's playing the drums, but because they have a shield over the top and then the normal sound shield, could not see. It was Andre literally on the drums.
Oh, yeah.
So I think he's been learning proper drums in the background a little bit because he can play several instruments.
Yeah.
But just the cajon isn't cutting it with us anymore.
Yeah.
But we've needed more. We need more musicians in our church band.
Cool.
But you're already associated to a church.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I play for a different church on Sunday nights.
Well, our church is at 9. Our church is at 9:00 in the morning. So
ours used to be. we got the evening slot at our current place. We were lucky to be anywhere.
Let's take that one off camera. We'll talk about that one later. So, No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
I gotta think.
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not in charge of anything, but
No, I gotta think.
if you want to play one time, why not? I know that James would probably love it because James plays the bass. James is the bassist in our church band.
Okay. I love playing on stage. I'm a performer. Like, I say that, like Jake, what are you? Well, I'm a musician first. I'm a musician first. I've been in bands since I was 13 years old, and I haven't been in one in my entire 30s, right? Here and there, but we never really performed. But I did do one little gig at the Cowboy Church where I had a week to learn all the songs, and it was so much fun to get back up on the stage.
Yeah.
And when I walked off stage, people were patting me on the.
Sorry, I think I unleashed something.
Well, people were patting me on the back, and they said, "It looks like you belong up there." And I go,
Yeah.
I know I do.
Yeah,
I know I do. That's where I'm happiest, right? I'm happiest in that moment when I got the musicians around me, and I can hear everything, and I can feel it, and I can just feel the music. There's something so.
And you're playing for the Lord.
And you're playing for the Lord. Well, of course, glorifying the Lord, right?
That's what we were basically talking about a little bit last night,
right?
At men's group,
right? Yeah. So for me, like I actually really love this. I really love being on stage. Yeah. Like for being antisocial and being like, hey, this is my antisocial Twitter account. Like, leave me alone.
You're so antisocial, except for all the times when you're very social.
Well,
in small groups,
yeah,
mind you, but. You're very publicly antisocial. That's one of these days he'll be president.
No.
No. Sec war?
No.
Oh,
no. Me, Secretary of War. No, I don't know. No, I don't.
Sorry, delusions of grandeur.
No, I don't know.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know enough.
Okay.
I don't know enough about military strategy.
Let's go back to Mudvayne real quick. Actually, first of all, I want to reference. So, guys, I know Jake from men's group. That's how we met 2 years ago, if not a little bit less.
Yeah,
it's been about 2 years since I first joined the real life men's group. Met you first night. Actually, you were there.
Yeah. You came in. You actually came in after me.
Yes. You were there like 2 weeks before me.
I
believe because it was only like the fourth week they had even done it.
It's such a blur, man. I don't remember that.
I mean, so much has happened just since then. It's been crazy, especially you guys.
Yeah,
like your whole, basically the breadth of your relationship, effectively.
Yeah,
almost.
Yeah.
Actually, that was, I guess, there's no way it was only 2 years. It can't be. It's gotta be a little bit longer. Either way, it doesn't matter.
Let's see.
Well, because I even forget how long we've been at the church, because even James forgot that we had done 3 Christmases.
Well,
James forgot. He actually referenced only 2 Christmases, and we've done 3.
Well, I've been at the mission now for 2 years. We've been there for 2. Yeah,
because I remember when you changed churches.
Well, we changed churches a couple times.
Yeah, well, from the Cowboy Church.
Yeah. From the Cowboy Church to the mission.
Yeah, I was wondering how you guys ended up there, if that was actually your place or not.
Well, so I went to a Lutheran school when I was a kid, and
so did my dad.
So at a certain point in my heart, it was like, go home. You need to go home. You need to go home. You need to go home, and then we were together and everything, but something kept on like pulling me back to the Lutheran church. You got to go home. And she calls it grad school for God, because it's dense. Our services are very structured. It's a lot. It's a lot of scripture, and it goes, and it's very much the Bible as is. That's the most important thing.
I mean, I grew up Catholic, so like there's some like tenets of Lutheranism that like it's adjacent. It's not the same, but it like,
the whole Martin Luther getting branded a heretic back in the 15th century. There's a little bit of a
there's a basis that's similar. That's my point. Because even when I was growing up, like I said, we went to the Catholic church,
Right.
Because it was the closest thing to the Orthodox Ukrainian church that my mom grew up in,
Right.
Because there was no equivalent. And then my dad grew up Lutheran,
Right.
So it was already close enough for him in the regimentedness, the singing hymns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because that's the only time in my life my dad went to church at all was with us. Not even every Sunday, but most Sundays.
Yeah.
And then ever since I joined a normal, quote unquote normal church, they never did anything to join in.
Right.
I think one Christmas pageant that we did at my first church, I think they came to that. I honestly don't remember.
Right.
And then my dad was at my baptism later. So that was cool. Like, I don't know why I don't remember why my mom wasn't there, but my dad was.
Orthodox, man.
Yeah, straight up Ukrainian Orthodox, old school.
Yeah, I went to a Greek Orthodox church actually when I was trying to figure out like what path I want to go on. Actually, before I met all
That always
y'all.
feels like brutal fun somehow.
So
Feels like it's very brutal, but in a fun way.
well, there. So I was going through some real rough times and I went to a Vesper service for Greek Orthodox.
Vesper.
It's called a Vesper service. It's like it's on a Saturday night.
It sounds familiar, but I don't know.
Well, and it's
I know the word. I just
so I look it up on. I called the church. I'm like, hey, are you having a Vesper service? They said, yeah, it's going to be at like I think it was 6:00 or whatever. And I went there.
was that here?
Yeah, here in Texas. It's actually in Tomball.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's off Tomball.
Yeah.
It's out in Tomball. So I pull into the parking lot. And the parking lot's empty, and I'm okay.
Oh, like me at your wedding. Did we tell you what happened?
No.
Not to derail. We missed the address for the church and we went to the reception place. Oh. But we were so early that we were just sitting there waiting. We just figured we were so early, nobody had showed up yet.
Oh.
And then luckily the lady doing the setup inside told us, oh, wait, no, you mean the church. And it's like, it's right down the road, right? It's right there at the Coot Cemetery. Like, what happened? The magnet was over the church address. It was on our fridge. The magnet was over it. I totally didn't even see that. I just went for But then I called Andre just to confirm where we were at. But I mean, like I said, we were so early that we were still even early to the ceremony at the church because it was only 4 minutes away, you know? I was going to be worried for a second. Anyway, go back.
So anyway,
Vesper.
I went to the I walk up to the I walk up to the door in this empty church parking lot, and you know, yet again another kind of spiritual kind of thing, you know, and you know, kind of like the, you know, I opened the door. I opened the door, and the door was open on the church, and there's the deacon standing there at parade rest, and he's like, and I'm like, is this the Vesper service? And he goes, yes. And I would go, are you the priest? And he goes, no, I'm a deacon. And I go, oh, okay. He's like, go ahead and take your seat. And it was so in that they were singing, or the deacon has this beautiful thing. He has this beautiful singing voice, and it's all in Gregorian chant. And it's like, and he was like singing the Beatitudes. And then, like, as part of it, the whole thing was just a prayer. And he was, and the one thing that stood out to me is he would say, and now we ask you, Lord have mercy, 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 Lord have, and he just go on like this forever, like it seemed like forever, and I'm just standing there, just bawling my eyes out because I'm shaking and everything because it's just I could feel, you know, there was something that was getting unlocked in me, and I was like, whoa. And then this member of their church, he walks over to me and he hands me a big stack of Kleenex and he goes, this one gets me every time too, man.
And you're just like, where did you come from? Nobody was here.
Oh, he was the nicest guy. He was,
so hold on, wait. Was literally nobody there, or were
it was me and that dude.
No kidding.
That dude. Maybe one other person.
Is it just because nobody goes to that service?
I don't know. I don't know. I went to that one.
Would like be like, what did I just walk into?
Right.
Kind of situation like this is empty, and he's just standing there waiting.
So then I
Waiting
went
for you, Jake. Just you.
So well, I mean,
Technically, it is.
well,
yes.
the Lord. I mean,
But it was moving you.
well, the Lord works in mysterious ways, right? You know?
Very.
Very, very. Lord works in mysterious ways. So I went. So I went to mass. Actually, I went to their mass, and it was like 3 hours. It was like 3 hours long.
Oh.
And they started doing communion. And I asked the people around me. I said, "This is closed communion, isn't it?" They go, "Yeah, for sure. It's closed communion. You got to be a member of you got to be a member of the
gotcha.
church."
Yep.
And I'm like, "Okay." And you got it. And I'm like, and it's. And I'm asking them, you know, like what what's the deal with that? And they're like, "Oh, you got to go through our confirmation." I said, "Well, I was raised Lutheran." They go, "That don't matter.
Yeah, no, hour.
You got to go through. You got to go. You got to get reconfirmed through us." I'm like, "Okay, cool." I'm like, I can respect that too, because I was
Yeah,
I was Lutheran, because so like I won't take communion at another. I won't take communion at another church.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
I
Because-
probably wouldn't either.
Yeah, because but it's literally a thing, right?
Yeah, that's what. Like, if I were to go visit your church, I wouldn't.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Could I bring my own? Like from our church?
I think it's the blessing that matters on that one. Though I'm not.
Because that is an interesting idea. It's like, I know I can't have yours, but can I have my own? Because I also want to. I mean, that's a legit question. That's not me trying to be a jerk.
Right.
It's an interesting idea, though. It's like, if I bring it because it's been blessed by my pastor or whoever, is that okay?
I think it's the blessing of the pastor that matters, actually.
I don't know.
I
I've never heard. I mean, I knew that certain, like you were just saying, that it matters if you're confirmed within the church. But obviously, we come from a slightly different side of things,
Right.
So it's just kind of, you're kind of cool here. But like, if I were to go to an old school Catholic mass again, I wouldn't partake
Right.
because it's a different story. A Lutheran, I wouldn't
Right.
presume. Baptist probably wouldn't care if they.
Well, I mean, my church wouldn't even give it to you anyway. You're not a member
Yeah,
of the church.
exactly.
You're not a member of the church. Now,
Yeah.
now, if you were part of the synod, then of course, then you're traveling through.
Sure,
you know?
sure.
But
But that's an interesting concept. I was just like, yeah, what if I brought my own that was blessed from my end?
you just walking into the cooler in the church, like just
Not a cooler. I'm not that bad.
just
Just the little thing that we have.
you're in the back. They're just like chomping on a piece of bread.
Yeah.
Pop open
Dude,
the wine.
I like the ones that we have, like, because it's got the top and the bottom.
Yeah.
And they're shaped like a little wine glass.
Oh,
It's neat. A little chalice. Sorry, it's chalice. It's not a wine glass.
yeah.
Either way, I like it. It's neat.
And we just did a little communion wafers. But hey,
Hey, I mean, I've been all over. I've seen it all done.
yeah. So we were okay.
I would like to point out we got here from Slipknot.
We got here from
We got here from Slipknot.
We got here
I'm
from
not sure
Slipknot.
how we got the Greek Orthodox Church from Slipknot, but here we are now. It's fine. Sometimes you can't find the rabbit trail, and it's okay.
Well, and so I said to them, I'm like,
Playing for church. That's what it was.
I'm like, well, I actually got to go take a tree down in my yard. So, and they're like,
It sounds like a euphemism.
they're like pretty much we take communion after this, and then he cuts everybody out, and I'm like, okay, I got to get going. So, then that was it. I went home and cut down a tree with my neighbor.
And that was the last time you ever went to that Greek church.
Well, partially because I think the mass started at 8:00 in the morning.
Oh,
and it's in
a 3 hour, and it's in Tomball.
And it's in Tomball.
So you got like a 40-minute drive at least.
Yeah.
So basically, it's literally half your day gone.
Yeah.
Now where people are like, oh, it takes the whole morning. It's like, no, it's like an hour and a half. at
No,
the beginning of your
this
day.
was
You can
literally
handle it.
literally
That sounds like literally a.
this was literally like you dedicate half your day to it, and
But it kind of coincides with their Sabbath too, as well, sort of. So I mean, it makes sense. Yes or no?
Well, I don't think they're Noahide like that.
I guess not.
Well, I mean, Noahide's Saturdays. They
Yeah.
right. Noahides are on Saturdays. So, but no, I don't think they're Noahide like.
But I just thought about it as like having a longer service when it is your Sabbath kind of makes sense because you're not supposed to be doing much anyways.
Right.
It's like, so yeah, you can dedicate half your day to it because that's the whole point.
Right.
Yeah. So that actually makes more sense.
Yeah.
And we complain about our hour-long services sometimes. It's like, it's an hour in and out, and you're like, oh, God, it took so long.
I think of something that, when I was in Lutheran school growing up, it's, I I try not to complain about the length of the services because it was a hymn, sit with him one bitter hour.
Huh.
Like the hour-long church service is symbolic of the hour that he spent in the Garden of Gethsemane praying.
Yeah.
Right. That's what it is. So, remember that, that he sat there and prayed, he sat there and prayed for an hour. You can handle, you can handle it too, kind of thing.
I mean, I go a little bit harder with that. Jesus died for your sins. You can record football.
Yeah.
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 It's like you can record football. It's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's right.
It's like it's all VOD anyways.
Well, God comes first.
Yeah. Ignore. It's like don't worry about your VOD. Worry about your GOD.
Right. Well, and that's an interesting. That's a great segue. Like,
thank you.
In my life. Well, in my life, right, is you talk about like order of priority, taking it back to taking it back to your friend, right?
Yeah.
Order of priority. Put God, your health, the health of those around you, and then your job and everything else go underneath that. But put God first. Put your health first because it's like the oxygen mask thing. Put
Mask. Yep.
Put the mask on yourself before you put it on others. But then you're concerned about your wife's health and your kid's health or whatever, and then you do that. Oh, I didn't mean segue, but I mean like what's that when you go back to the point?
Sure.
Yeah.
Segue is moving from one thing to the other.
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty good at segues, but I had no segue from where we were to where we should go.
Oh,
but that's okay.
Well, that was
because we are just sort of rambling and learning about everything as we go.
Yeah.
And we had very few topics for today anyways. So just talking about these things that interest us already works.
Yeah.
And this is also just living life as it is.
Right.
But I will take a pause here so that we can do meme of the week.
Okay.
Because I forgot about meme of the week.
Meme of the week.
And I'm not going to wait till 2 hours into it like I did before, just an hour and 24 minutes. So, guys, put the meme of the week thing on the screen and all that. All right. So, I found this one just randomly on Instagram, as I normally do. And it's actually very simple. It just says don't.
I love this one.
Don't.
I've seen this one.
Yep.
I love this one. Don't.
Readers added context. Don't. I was like, yeah. So that's now
you know what you need to put in there?
Huh.
Shrimp on the floor.
Don't. No, right at the top. Right at the top. The picture of a shrimp on the floor, and then I send it as a message. Don't. Yeah.
It just don't.
It solidifies the don't.
Don't eat shrimp off the floor.
Don't eat shrimp. I can just stop there. Don't eat shrimp. It's fine.
What other?
Well, you can't eat shrimp, so that's different.
What other things should you?
See, that was a lesson. That was a lesson to you. It was preparation for her. Eating the shrimp messed you up. It's because you were learning ahead of time.
Oh, I've learned so many things of just don't.
Don't.
Just don't. I mean,
that's also a military career.
Yeah. Well,
don't.
There are a lot of things in the military. Don't.
Yeah. Don't. And then you do.
Yeah. And then you find out.
Then you do push-ups.
And then you do push-ups.
Yeah. And run.
Or you run.
You ruck.
Yeah. Or you just
5-mile ruck tomorrow. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you get screamed at, or whatever.
Well, that's normal.
Nah, it's whatever.
That's actually part of it.
It's a thing. It's a thing. You get your ass chewed.
I know enough vets at this point. And I almost was one. That close pulling the trigger on the Navy, which would not have been good for me. I don't like water, and I can't swim, and I don't do well in confined waters.
Water. Yeah.
Yeah, not being able to swim, probably a good reason to not go on a boat. It's not that I can't swim. I don't float.
They'd teach you.
I know, but I don't float. You can't teach floating.
Well, you just tread water.
No.
The salt technique.
No. Physically, unless it's a really dense salt content, which I have yet to encounter, I don't float. I sink. I'm a rock. I can try to tread water. I'm just kicking my feet as I sink.
You inflate your lungs. It's called the salt technique.
And I die.
And you just tread.
I was sinking wearing a life vest. I'm not joking. This happened.
How do you sink wearing a life vest?
Apparently, I'm not meant to go on water.
Did you just not have it on tight enough? Or?
That's part of it, but also just I was treading water. I was doing my best to stay above water, and I was going down anyways. It was like, it's fine. I was like, that's the only time I've really come close to drowning, and I haven't gone out on a lake since.
So for you, swimming is just don't.
Yeah, don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like Bruce Willis in The Sixth Sense. Water is my weakness.
fair enough.
And water has been trying to kill me ever since. We've had multiple places flood. We used to have water coming down from our upstairs neighbors. Me and water are not supposed to be together.
My brain was thinking, heard Bruce Willis and thought Bruce Wayne, and was thinking Batman's weakness isn't water.
Batman's weakness is women in catsuits. Almost exclusively.
Almost exclusively.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty much. And adopting children that are troubled.
I'm not that big into Batman, so I haven't read a whole lot of the comics.
There's lots of Robins.
I know there's a lot of Robin. Yeah. Oh, okay. I got you. You now. What?
That's more of an addiction thing. He's addicted to adopting children. I mean, if you look at it from a psychological point of view, he really is. He keeps adopting damaged children and turning them into a sidekick for beating up Gotham's, mentally unwell people.
Okay, this is a crazy thought, but do you think that Batman was somehow a prophecy for Elon Musk?
Not a prophecy. Just the architecture of. Also, he's more Iron Man than Batman. He is more Iron Man than Batman.
Well, yeah.
He might be a little bit more Ted Kord, Blue Beetle.
Well, what he actually is. So okay, so here's the joke that I had for a long time. Was I'm going to pack up all my dogs.
Yeah.
And we're going to head down to I'm going to sell all my possessions, take all my cash, and I'm going to go down to Boca Chica and just go to SpaceX and say, get me on the nearest asteroid and get me out of here.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
And
they're gonna be like, sorry, we can't fit the dogs.
Well, I would insist on little.
I hit the wrong button. Sorry.
Oh, it's all good. I would insist on little. I would insist on spacesuits. Let's make spacesuits for the dogs. We can have them for research. You can use them for research.
It didn't work for the Russians. It's not going to work for you.
Well, look. There's always a risk that you got to take, right? There's always risks in life. So.
Yes, the accidental risk of being sent out onto a meteor with your dogs.
On
a voluntary flight to space.
So I told her, I'm like, look, if things get really bad, this is my backup plan. Is I'm just going to sell all my things. We're going to go down to Boca Chica, and I'm going to tell SpaceX I'm going to give them all the money that I have.
I'm glad you said we this time.
And
the first time you didn't.
And she goes, no, I don't trust him. And I said, why? He's like, he's going to ask for something weird, like. He's gonna come back to you like in a year after you're on your asteroid. He's gonna go, yes, we're back, and I'm gonna need your left toe. Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm gonna need your left toe. Mm-hmm. Yep.
He won't ask for your left toe. He doesn't need it.
Oh no,
he has robot toes.
Oh no. We need your yep, your left toe. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Actually, what he'll probably do is just keep sending you stuff to build something where you're at. Likely what he'd probably end up doing.
I imagine that if you're friends with Elon Musk, he's probably that friend that texts you at random times all the time and just sends you strange memes.
Oh, I would hope so.
Like he would.
I would love just Elon memeing at me. That'd be so funny. I mean, he does it on Twitter all the time.
Like it's like 5 o'clock on a Sunday. You're having family dinner, and
I assume that's Joe Rogan's cross to bear. Since they're friends now. Like he just gets random 2 a.m. texts or random memes from Elon that he has to keep in like a secured folder because of government employee.
Well, it's like the memes don't even make sense. It's like
it's so heady.
It's like a
no. He's still sending the Raptor memes. He's still sending old school
the
old school Raptor or the.
Or it's just like a horse standing on a beach ball, and you're like, what does this mean? And it's like, and you just get a he from them, and you're like,
oh, that's me, Heffy.
And it's like, who is that, dear? It was Elon Musk. What did he send you? He sent me a picture of a horse standing on a beach ball, and he. What does that mean? I don't know. And then he'll call you like the next day. Did you get my meme? Yeah, Elon, I got your meme. Wasn't it the funniest thing you ever seen?
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. Good.
Do you get it? Do you get it?
Yeah, I do. Definitely.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
The
like,
absurdity of life.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The superposition of the quantum states. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. And you're like,
Yes.
what the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean?
I have a channel that's literally called "It Doesn't Have to Make Sense." And now you made it awkward. So I think I could be great friends with Elon. But I could just see that though, is literally like. But here's the funny part: the whole time you were saying that, I'm assuming you don't even know Elon Musk, but you got a text message from literally Elon Musk. It's already in your phone.
Yeah.
You're like, how did he program his name into my phone? How does he know my name? Why does he think I'll think this is funny? Oh, he's calling me now. And then he disappears. Like, he just appears in your life and disappears. And then a Tesla shows up on your doorstep tomorrow.
What I've been trying to figure out is, does he have like some sort of God mode that he employs sometimes on X? And
yes.
Okay, maybe you know better than I
He
do.
tries to, but... Okay, so he's very responsible with his power because he could do so much more, and people ask him to do so much more.
Right.
But he does. He has time to go boop and change the code.
Right. Well,
Or
I mean,
tell the monkeys to change the code.
well, I wonder how that works for. I wonder how that works for like their software engineering department, because okay, so it's not like
There's like 12 teenagers, and one of them is named Big Balls. Oh wait, sorry,
that was
Doge.
Doge.
That was Doge.
That was Doge.
There's no way he didn't hire Big Balls.
That was Doge. I would love to know how like their scrums. I'd like to know like how that scrum goes down, like how that it's like so.
Sorry, I have a very different context for the word scrum.
Oh no, scrum. So if you're not in IT engineering or whatever, Scrum is like your morning meeting that you have where you.
I assumed it was an acronym of some sort, but
It's not I don't know if it's an acronym actually. It's funny. I've been in the industry for 15 years and I don't even know if it's an acronym or not. And anyway, she's poking me with a sword.
what do you? Oh,
so
Grimlock's sword. Okay,
so, but.
I couldn't see what you picked up. I just saw that you did.
But I wonder how that morning scrum goes. It's like, so we got a new ticket on the board, and this is from the boss man himself. This is from Elon. Yeah, he wants to have the big toe emoji. He wants to have the big toe emoji added onto the emoji list.
Sorry, that was from Christmas. Sean said that. He sent a fart pen. It's programmed with 12 different farts.
Oh man,
I'd rather her play with that than breakable swords.
that's great. So, but I mean, like, I wonder, and then it's like, and the engineers are all like, okay, like, and he wants it done tomorrow. Like, who's gonna take it?
Yeah. So yeah. Either way. Oh, yeah, thank you. Hand back the fart pen. The responsibility was too great. She's like, I can't do it without it being heard.
I wonder what else I wonder what other strange things he asks for. Like,
Elon?
yeah.
I honestly feel like he's very straightforward with virtually everything. But I feel like, did you ever watch the movie Don't Look Up?
Yes.
Okay, so that character was clearly meant to be like a amalgamation of like Bezos, Musk, and the other one that from Apple.
Tim Apple.
Tim Apple, yes.
Tim. Well, that's
the current
that's what
one, the one that died.
it's Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs, yeah. So he was meant to be like a Steve Jobs, that kind of stuff, but he was definitely channeling a lot. But that was the whole idea that he came up with, that he has the AI that has predictive stuff. And it's like, oh yeah, it told us all these kind of things were happening. And it said, oh yeah, by the way, make sure you avoid this thing. We don't know what that is, but we assume we'll encounter it, and then they do. It's like, so the AI figured out what the alien dinosaur thing was on the planet they were going to and warned them about them. It's like, oh yeah, that. So he'd probably be asking for a suit for a thing that doesn't exist yet because he knows that it does exist, but you don't.
Well,
he assumes that you are also where he is.
Do you think he does like Prince-like requests? Because apparently Prince used to call up his his manager at like 3 o'clock in the morning and say, "Yeah, I want 3 giraffes," and I can't. Prince, it's 3 o'clock in the morning in Minneapolis. I can't get you a giraffe. You have till 6 a.m. to figure out how to get me 3 giraffes. Like, yeah. I wonder if Elon Musk is kind of like that.
Yeah, but he already owns the giraffes. You just don't know that he owns them. He calls.
Or
the
he doesn't know that he owns them.
No, I'm sure he does because he's got to keep track of his assets with all his 17 baby mamas.
Well, do you think he's got offices all over the place? He's probably got.
He's got homes everywhere.
He's got warehouses of. I'm sure that between SpaceX, Boring Company.
You got to think eventually that Starbase will have a zoo, since it is an incorporated city now.
Did you see the thing about how they had to do the
Starbase can have alien animals in the zoo?
Did you see how they had to do how?
I saw his face for a second.
Where he did. I think he talked to Lex Friedman about this, where he had to do the SEAL study.
I think.
Okay, this
It's
is
hard to watch their conversations. Lex is a robot, and Elon's making robots.
Oh,
Lex. He studies Lex to actually try to optimize Optimus. Lex is a robot in human form.
He's studying Lex to figure out how to become more human.
Yes.
While Lex is studying other humans to figure out how to become more human, and it kind of cascades up.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
He's the reverse of Data. He's a human trying to become more of a robot. And Elon's trying to make robots more like Lex so they can meet in the middle.
It's just a bad feedback loop.
Okay, so what were you trying to say?
Well, what I was trying to say is he was talking the story about. He was telling this story about how he had to do these SEAL studies for rocket launches, right? And they had to take headphones and put it on the SEALs.
Oh yeah,
and
to make sure it wasn't so loud that it was hurting. The SEALs
to see what was hurting the SEAls, and he was like, "Yes, this is, yep, this is an actual thing we had to do." Mm-hmm.
Yes,
yep,
yeah. Sound dampening for the SEAls.
Yep, this is 100% real. Yep,
yep. Elon.
Yep. Here's a picture of it. Yep.
Of course, he has a picture of it. He's got to make a meme of it later.
Oh man,
we did do the SEAls. We made 700 headphones for the SEAls, and they are waterproof. And
yeah,
they stay on. They have straps. The problem is the SEAL wranglers.
Right. Well, they had
lost 5 already this week.
Yeah, they had to catch the poor creature and put headphones on.
And it's just like, why can't I hear anything? Creating a generation of deaf SEAls. They just grow to be deaf.
Oh, it was just the funny thing, man.
Don't. This is don't. This goes back to don't.
This goes back to don't. Yeah. Meme of the day. Things that you just don't.
Just don't.
This.
I'm going to start sending that to Hefe whenever he says something dumb. Don't.
Well, maybe we all just need to print that off and just put that meme on our wall because we all do dumb things, right?
Put it in get it the whole big black border edge on it, and then the white thin text. Don't.
Yeah, and everybody just puts it up in the everybody just puts it up in the kitchen.
Poster style. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't. And then a bigger don't.
Yeah.
Outside the big don't that's already on it.
Demotivational posters.
Yeah, literally. This is about as demotivational as it could be. Don't.
Those are almost as funny as.
And then on the frame it says don't as well.
I remember back in the day the demotivational poster website. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I would snort laugh so hard just clicking through them. My favorite. I think my favorite memes of all time. I guess are they memes? Is the majestic sea flap, and the nope rope. And the audible nope rope, where they'd show a snake and whatever.
Yep,
the audible nope rope. For a long time, my work laptop would have had the audible C flap on it because it just made me laugh every time I saw it.
Yeah. and then Elon went to go put headphones on the C flap. Is to protect from the audible C flap. They're so noisy.
Well, it's what dystopian novel are we living in, these days? And it's I came to the conclusion that we're actually just living in Monty Python's Flying Circus.
Yeah. We're Monty Python's version of 1984.
Right,
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Which is almost V for Vendetta.
We're
that close to V for Vendetta.
V for Vendetta, except for with the Ministry of Silly Walks.
Yes. At this point.
Right.
We were working on the Ministry of Truth, and then it failed.
The Ministry of Truth failed. But
as far as we know, it failed.
Well,
but they would lie to us about it.
Right. Well, then they had to do the Ministry of Silly Walks because they had to...
Yes.
Yeah, because they had to...
Yep.
You have to formalize everything, of course.
Of course.
It's got to be formalized.
Don't.
Have
a stick, point at it. Don't. comes down to it.
I wish I could. I should have boned up on my flying circus because I could.
For what reason would you need to bone up on Flying Circus? Not for this reason.
Oh, I love
This is the first time it's been referenced ever on the history of this show
Seriously?
that I can think of.
Really?
Possibly.
Come on, flying circus.
I mean, we are Monty Python fans, but I don't know that Flying Circus has ever been referenced here.
Oh,
I could be wrong. I think the Spanish Inquisition has been brought
okay,
up.
okay.
I'm fairly certain.
You got a dead. You know this parrot is dead. It is no more. It has ceased to be.
Nope, that's never been referenced here.
Really?
Yeah, surprisingly.
Really?
Yeah.
How about the Nitwit Olympics?
That sounds familiar.
Oh, the Nitwit Olympics. Okay, everybody needs to go look up the Nitwit Olympics. It is.
We have a different word for it now.
It is so good. It is so good. It is one of the funniest. It is one of the funniest Monty Python skits ever. Well, I mean, they were the sketch comedy originals, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Like them, and then they went from Flying Circus to Faulty Towers.
Yeah, they just did it all where everybody went. They just became that.
Right, and then after that, I think, was it Terry Gilliam who directed A Fish Called Wanda?
Possibly.
I think so. I'm an old school British comedy fan.
You're 18, whatever.
That's okay.
It's half hers.
What's mine is
Bottom
hers?
half.
What's mine is hers, and hers is mine, of course.
I love that joke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, half of what's yours is mine. I was drinking the bottom half. Yeah.
I'm gonna need your left toe. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Which one? There's 5.
Big toe. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Now go for the middle toe, because that's got to feel weird. Like, you can learn to walk without your pinky toe or your big toe. It's very awkward because you lose your balance.
Right.
But losing the middle toe, they're going to squish together. Although it'd be great for flip-flops.
I've heard that if you lose your pinky toe, it's actually quite like traumatic.
Yeah, because you don't realize how much you push off that side.
Right.
Yeah.
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 I've known people who've I mean, just stub it hard enough and it's hard enough to walk.
Okay, so you never like got into like Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus?
No.
The Terry Gilliam film? That was
I know of it, but I never watched it.
Oh, you really?
Yeah. Wait, didn't they just remake that?
I hope not, because the original had Heath Ledger in it.
No, then that's the same one.
Yeah, that Heath Ledger, he died halfway through making it, so they had to have Colin Farrell and Johnny Depp come in and fill in for him at parts of the film. I'm not going to spoil this film for anyone. No spoiler alerts on this film. If you've never seen The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus, it is one of the great movies done by Terry Gilliam, who's actually from Minnesota, by the way.
Sorry, you just reminded me of a thing, and I'm going to go pull it up real quick while I'm thinking about it. And because I was going to segue into a film concept, the only real topic we had for today is the news that dropped over the weekend from AwesomeCon, was that the Firefly continuation is beginning.
I am a leaf in the wind.
I'm a leaf on the wind. Watch how I soar.
Watch how I soar.
Yep. Hey, do you know how a reaver cleans a spear?
Yeah?
Yeah, they put it through the wash. I saw that the other day. I was like, yeah, I got a quote.
I wish I would have. Man, now you got me wishing that if you give me a little more notice, I would have went and rewatched Firefly and
there was
Serenity.
no notice. It happened Saturday.
I know.
It's like, sorry, this is just what I mean. I've seen it enough. Okay, so realistically, yes, the truth is that Nathan Fillion, he's been teasing for several weeks now, going in and hooking up with all of his old castmates,
Right.
and teasing that something was coming. And apparently something has been coming for quite some time. So they have the cast.
Okay.
They have a script. They have the blessing from Joss Whedon. They have permission to use the IP from Fox/Disney. And they have two of the original writers
Okay.
from Firefly.
Yeah.
And they have an animation studio because they're bringing it back as an animated series. And the only thing they don't have, pause that thought because I'm going to get back to it because I asked this question online. The only thing they don't have is somewhere to put it. There's no streaming service attached or anything else like that. Despite it being a Fox and Disney property, I would think they would just go straight to Hulu. Like, why else? Where else would they put it? You know what I mean?
Does Hulu okay, I don't have any of the streaming platforms. I mean, she has Netflix, but does Hulu have are there Hulu originals?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
there's
well,
lots.
sorry, internet. I am
Well, by originals, they're made by someone, and Hulu has purchased them to distribute.
okay. It's not like Netflix that has like Netflix.
But they probably do realistically, but a lot of times it's associated to because now Hulu is owned by Disney. So all the Disney Fox properties are all available through Hulu, so they can actually, if they don't want to put something on Disney Plus, they can push it out through the Hulu side, that kind of thing. But they do have quote unquote Hulu originals.
You know, okay, so if I was the marketing guy, okay, with how popular Firefly and Serenity was,
Yeah.
if I was the marketing guy for this,
Yeah.
and I was at that, I would say we need to advertise the fuck out of this.
Already been done by Nathan Fillion alone.
But I would say not just internet.
Yeah.
We need to put this up on billboards. You're going to see this on Hulu. I bet you they get 1 million people signing up like overnight.
Yeah. Well, see, that's a great thought, but here's the thing. The reaction to the fact that it's going to be animated has been the one key thing. So they literally said on their the post where they literally revealed it, they said, share this, like it, comment on it, let us know what you think, and use the hashtag bring back Firefly or whatever. And so that way that Nathan, as he kind of is now running this,
Right.
has something to take to studios to be like, look, people really want this to come back. People have been begging for Firefly to come back since it was canceled the first time.
Right.
And they get basically fan funded and or crowdsourced the Serenity movie, which of course makes things a little bit difficult because Alan Tudyk is attached to this, although his character is gone.
So,
however, hold on, let me show you this real quick so I can bring it up here. This is their character drawings. This is the actual artwork that they're going to go from. Which they look like they could be straight out of Serenity, or they could be in season 2 of Firefly. It's kind of hard to tell where they would go with this.
yeah.
But there's no wash character or book character there.
Yeah.
So part of me wonders if they will continue after Serenity, but Alan is going to be doing voices of other characters.
So they're going to be doing this like realistic animation,
Close-ish. Shadows something. I googled it.
I hope they don't Star Trek the animated series with this. And I'm not talking about Lower Decks. I'm talking about that horrible Star Trek.
About the original animation.
I'm talking about the original animation from the 1970s, where
Which is still effectively canon.
which is still effectively canon, but
And
it was
has
also
been referenced in.
but
Lower
it was
Decks.
also at the same time too that Leonard Nimoy did the Bilbo Baggins.
There's some bad stuff, yes. There's some. Okay, so I think here's the thing: there has been Firefly comics for a long time.
Right.
I don't know what's technically canon anymore. I actually have one of the reboot comics out there, which is pretty cool.
Right.
But it depends on where they're picking up the story. That's the only thing. That's where they're going to pick up the story matters more than who's involved. Because, well, Ron Glass has passed away, so we can't have Shepherd Book anyways.
Right.
Both of them died in the movie.
Right.
So, but if you wanted to bring them back, it's animated. We kind of do whatever we want, but it would have to be set in the gap between the end of Firefly and Serenity, which is fine. That's a long period of time.
Disney brought back Princess Leia and General Tarkinen or whatever through animated nonsense in the movie. Don't you remember? I can't remember which Star Wars. I kind of lost track of the Star Warses after I think Rogue One, but they brought back Princess Leia after she died.
Oh well, I mean they had to add in Carrie Fisher's likeness to the movie using a combination of other actresses, her own daughter, and using footage that they already had. From
Right.
The other movies they cut. Yeah.
Yep, and
But-
and a little bit of CGI too. Right.
But that's giving somebody 12 minutes of screen time out of 2.5 hours versus a week-to-week TV show.
Well, what about then? What was his name? General
Live-
Tarkinen or whatever the
Grand Moff Tarkin.
grandma.
And that was really bad. That was really badly done.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to go animated, then you can do whatever you want because the characters don't have to age, and that's not a problem.
Right.
It's just where they fit in the story. They need to bring back books so we can get the history on him,
Right.
and they just need to get somebody who can imitate Ron Glass's character because it's animated. We don't care. But they have not shown that, and I think they did that for a reason because they want to judge fan reaction first because he said we won't do this without the fans. And I'll tell you, on Instagram, everybody's for it. On Twitter, everyone's against it. So they're very split on bringing it back because everybody's just sad it's not live action. I'm like, they even said in the announcement, look, we're all busy. We all live everywhere. We all have TV show. Almost everybody's on a TV show or movies right now. There's no way to actually make another TV show happen except in animation because they can do a week of recording in the studio and then be good. Or they can record from home for all it matters, you know?
So here's something that I think society is kind of not society, maybe like the artists in Hollywood have kind of lost. You remember Alien 4?
I try not to.
The one that was done by the French guy?
Resurrection?
Resurrection, yep.
Yeah. As you were in the Nostromo hat.
As I was wearing a Nostromo hat. Okay, so that was not a good Alien movie.
No, it was
But-
horrible.
But I will give him credit for this. He didn't ask for anybody's opinion,
Yep.
ask for anybody's approval.
Yep.
He went and he made a movie.
Yep.
And he just put it out there and did the artist thing. Voila. Here's what you get.
Here's your garbage.
Here's your garbage. Love it or hate it. Now, there were parts of that movie, parts of it
Yeah.
that were actually really well done.
Yeah,
Really well thought out.
And then there was a basketball scene.
And then there was the basketball scene.
Yep.
And then there was that.
And there was Brad Dourif being very, very creepy with the baby,
Yes.
alien baby,
Yes. But
and making out with the alien through the window.
you see now those were the parts that were good though, because that shows how. No, hear me out though. Like
Sure.
hear me out though. That showed.
Good's not the word I would go for, but sure.
Well, good is that shows you. It gives you an impression of how psychotic the Weyland-Yutani scientists
That's
were.
fair. That is fair. That is
Right, it shows you how fucked they were in their minds to want to do this. Why are they doing?
And how long have these guys been on a spaceship
right,
trying to clone aliens over and over and over?
and the disgusting scene when Ripley walks into the lab and she sees all the different and all the different like
The different failed experiments.
failed experiments of her.
Yeah.
They see all the
And then she has to kill the one that was left over.
who was laying there going,
Number,
kill
9 or whatever it was.
7.
7. Yeah.
Yep, 7.
She was 8.
She was 8. Yep.
That's right.
So they
I went the wrong direction.
Yeah. So that was actually really cool because it showed how really twisted Weyland-Yutani was as a corporation. Like, because you had that kind of question from like, okay, so from why in the first Alien, why was Weyland-Yutani so obsessed with them, right?
Yep.
Why were they so obsessed? Why did they stop the Nostromo to
Go and do that. Yeah.
to set down an LV, and then they go and they pull this thing out.
LV-220, I believe it was.
For LVM2 or LVM4 or LV420.
Yeah, I think it was 420.
LV426. LV426.
Wait a second. Yep, 426.
Hey,
But I was right on the other side. 223 was the other one.
actually, you know what shirt I'm wearing?
Yeah.
You know what shirt I'm.
Oh, he's opening it up.
Oh no, I was wearing it earlier today.
I love that he just had this great reveal for nothing.
Okay,
just like Alien Resurrection.
I had I had a shirt that was like the Final I was wearing it earlier today.
Would you like this shirt now instead? Because I'm just kidding.
I forgot that I changed shirts before I left the house. I am so sorry.
What shirt was it now that we can be depressed about it?
It was the one that I have where it's like the Final Fantasy 1, but it's like the aliens.
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, and you had your little you had your
Yeah.
you had your little panels.
Yeah.
Hicks and Vasquez.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah. I've seen that.
Yeah.
Take a picture of it when you get home
I will.
and send it to me. I'll include it for all the peoples.
Yeah, I am so sorry. I'm wearing
That is hilarious, though. That was you literally let yourself down. You're like, no, wait, I changed shirts.
I'm wearing my EPO Electronic Parts Outlet, the greatest junk shop in all of Houston.
I remember EPO.
They're still around. I love EPO.
I remember the ads.
Oh, we go there like almost yearly. Just so I can buy components and stuff to build stuff.
The great journey.
The
great journey begins.
But you always have this question.
I just feel like there's a box of keyboards that comes out for some reason. It's just like a crate full of keyboards and old motherboards, and you're just like, I'm going.
Well, I love the switches and stuff. And one day I'm going to buy one of those old tube oscilloscopes from them just for fun.
Are you stemming over there?
No, okay. I'm getting used to wearing a ring.
Okay.
I'm getting used to wearing a ring, so
it does. I mean, this is a silicone one, but it has gotten me, or I've had to get used to the feeling of it.
Yeah.
Because when I first started, I only started wearing a ring a little while ago, but on this hand. But
yeah.
Like back in the day, I generally wore a ring on this hand just because I wore rings sometimes. Until that finger got so messed up, I had to put it on a different finger, and that finger got messed up. So basically, I had to get a silicone ring because a metal ring won't get over my knuckles.
Right.
It's like if it gets over it, it'll stay there, and I'm not doing that.
Right.
But I've worn it enough to get the ring tan.
Hey, so actually, good question for you.
Bad answer for you.
All right. Biggest shitbags in sci-fi history.
Oh.
Who are the biggest shitbags? Can be a crew member. Can't pick any enemies though, because enemies are of course shitbags.
The sci-fi is so big. That's
like people who are betrayers, who are just.
Well, shitbag is going to mean a different thing for different people.
Mine is Burke from Aliens.
Yep, I give you that.
He biggest dirtbag shitball.
Yep, that's a pretty bad one. I will grant that. That is pretty bad since you're in the
slimy and skeezy and all the bad things. He was about the worst.
Yeah. In a different way, because he was so casual about some of the terrible things he had to do. Wayun from DS9.
Ooh.
Because he was perfectly fine with the horrible things he told the Jim Hadar to do, and he always said he was a used car salesman about it.
Well, he was bred to be that
I know.
way, though.
He's genetically engineered because he's also clones.
He was bred to be that way.
Which is why it's worse. They made him a shitbag. Because you met some of the other ones that weren't quite that way. There were other Vorta that were different.
He was made to be the. They kind of talk about it like in the background of like he was made to be the real nasty.
He was the one that was made to be up front. Yeah.
Yeah. The real.
But
real
if
nasty.
If we're gonna go beyond that, then obviously Ducat.
Oh, I even though I said no villains, Ducat.
Because he's also an anti-hero sometimes.
Well, actually, I don't think Ducat was the worst one in that series.
You just said it. I'm just throwing it out there.
There
are worse, but I'm just
Kai Wynn.
She's more of a villain than him.
She is a villain
because she did it for love of the game.
She did it for the love of the game.
That's why she was so bad.
Oh, but Kai Wynn.
They had the best bad people on DS9.
Oh, they did. Oh, they did. Such
like Next Generation was still very utopian. DS9 was the exact opposite. DS9 was the Star Wars of Star Trek. The dirty part of the verse. Cisco was the damaged captain. All this other stuff. That's why he was the best captain on screen so far. I mean, New Pike is pretty good, but
he's no Cisco.
No, nobody's Cisco. Nobody's the emissary.
Well, and actually, I'm going to say that I love all.
Actually, the prophets probably could also be considered shitbags too.
Well,
but in a non-corporeal, non-linear time experiencing kind of shitbaggery.
They have a different perspective on everything, though. Like I try to keep that in mind when I'm watching DS9.
Yeah,
like they have a different perspective.
Yeah,
right. Like they're not. You can't expect an alien to.
Really, it's a god.
Well, a god-ish kind of.
I mean, they created a wormhole. They probably created most of Bajor as a planet.
Yes.
It's like they're creator beings. They're not the creators, but they are creator beings.
Right.
Yeah.
But they have a different perspective on the universe, so they're not gonna necessarily want to involve themselves in.
They're more of a god than from. Is it not Undiscovered Country? Is it Undiscovered Country? Where was the Why Does God Need a Spaceship?
Oh no, that was Final Frontier.
That's Final Five. That was Final Frontier.
That was Final. That was Final Frontier.
I always had it backwards.
Well, actually,
there are more gods than that god.
Okay, so you're talking worst Star Trek, worst of the original Star Trek movies, right? Worst one, it's Final Frontier is just terrible.
I've literally never seen it. I've seen Undiscovered Country. I've not seen.
Well, it was directed by William Shatner.
That's why it was terrible.
But I will
not why, but a reason.
But I will say that that was the quintessential Captain Kirk moment at the end of that movie of what makes why Captain Kirk is Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
When this god
admiral by then.
No, because remember he gets demoted.
He got demoted.
Right. He was demoted
for stealing the Enterprise.
He was demoted in Star Trek 4.
Yeah.
Right. He was and given back anyway. So that was the quintessential. That was one of those moments though of why Captain Kirk is Captain Kirk, because Captain Kirk had a discernment of being a captain that nobody else, that none of the other captains kind of. And in that moment,
it was also early days. In comparison,
early days. What do you mean?
Star Trek.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
But
his character was a lot simpler to write, even in his complexity.
Well, I even think that was a simple, but I don't think that was necessarily a simple thought to have. Where here he's facing this godlike being that he was dragged halfway across the universe to the center
of the universe, yeah.
to the center of the galaxy.
Galaxy, that's right. Yeah.
Yep. He's dragged into the center. He's dragged into the center of the galaxy to what was the place? It was there's the scene where they went across all of like Eden and Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he hears all of this thing and he stands there and he goes, one question: why does God need a starship?
Yeah.
I am a no.
Yeah.
I have a question: why does God need a starship?
Yeah.
And Captain, that was Captain Kirk being as Captain Kirk could be, because Captain Kirk was always about boiling it down to the most simple thing. No matter how complex the situation was, boiling it down to the most simple, steady fact. So that was the best part of the movie, was that line.
Yeah, I agree. Sorry, I was looking something up right quick because I had a better answer for you, and then I just better answer, totally different franchise. Walter Peck.
Help me out.
Ghostbusters.
Which one was he?
The shitbag who shut them down.
Oh, the actor. Yeah, I remember that actor. He was always in the 80s and he always played the shit.
He always played the shitbag, but yeah. He's not a villain, but he is definitely a shitbag.
Right, because he was the one. Right, because in the movie,
the EPA who shut them down. Quote
right,
unquote.
because he goes and he shuts the thing off, and then all the ghosts.
He's the one who literally destroyed everything, and they blame the Ghostbusters. They told him not to turn off the containment unit. He's got the court order to do it, and he's the one who actually caused all that damage.
Right.
Yeah, but he didn't get blamed for it. He ends up in mayor later.
I mean,
in the worst of the Ghostbusters movies, he's the mayor.
I mean,
that was Frozen Empire.
I mean, yeah.
So before we got too much further, I wanted to read the comments on the Firefly post that we put up. So this is fans' opinions here. I said, what do you guys think about it coming back? Because things have been split. Joe says, dude, I can't effing wait. But I'd be thrilled if they did it with GD Muppets if it meant the original cast returns. Muppet Firefly might be a fun episode. like the puppet episode of Angel. No.
Yep.
Robert says, well, one testicle is better than none, I guess. I guess it's just taking what you got. Gregory says, bring it on. Less cost for special effects, costumes, etc., and much more flexibility for the original cast members, and who knows, maybe some special guest appearances to join the show. I just hope that it's not a new streaming thing that I have to buy. Yeah. Well, as I said,
sure.
The fact that it wouldn't end up on Hulu is silly, stuff. Amazon would be fun, but Amazon wants too much.
Right.
Andrew says, yes, do it. And then Jack just posted some type of banana. So, whatever.
A banana?
It's a literal, it's the banana dance.
Oh.
I didn't realize it was a GIF, and then it started moving.
Oh.
So, it's the peanut butter jelly time dance.
Peanut butter jelly
yeah, so
time.
now I get it. Yes. So, it seems like everybody is effectively happy about that. But it's just the quote on that. Okay, so do you have any other shit bags or dirt bags?
Dirt bags.
Get away from the Alien franchise.
Getting away
and
from
not Star Trek. We've done Star Trek.
And not Star Trek.
By the way, guys, let us know in the comments. Email us.
Cypher.
Yes.
Cypher.
Absolutely.
The ultimate Judas,
Yep, definitely.
Cypher.
Yep, I absolutely agree. Joey Pants.
Yep.
Screwing the pooch on that one.
Yep. Actually, Agent Smith for the agents.
On the other side.
Yeah. If you think about it, you have all the agents, and then Agent Smith being
he was their Neo.
Yes.
Yeah, he was their Neo. So I mean, this is what it is because it's ones and zeros.
Right.
So they're coming together at the conversion of 1 and 0 is where you get Smith and Neo together.
Which gives you 2.
1 plus 0 equals 2.
Well, I mean, in binary, if you.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah. If you have, you get a 0, and then you put a 1 in there, and it get bit shifts, and you get a.
Yep.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. It depends how many.
And then you get a terrible, terrible, terrible reboot many years later.
Oh, I never watched it.
Please don't,
because it wasn't worth it.
I will beg you, don't do it.
I don't have.
I'll pay you money to not do it.
I don't have really.
I'll give you $5 to never watch that movie.
Well, you're giving.
Well,
you know what? I'm gonna.
You know what? I will give you a jar of spicy okra to never watch that movie again. Paid already.
I'll take another one. Oh, I'll take another one.
Well, you can buy your own next time.
I like okra.
Yeah,
okra's great.
Parker Pickle and Company.
Oh yeah, okra.
Every Saturday, Courtyard Collective Market in Magnolia.
Well, so what I loved about The Matrix though was that
Hashtag not promo.
But the concept of Agent Smith is you had Neo that was like that represented freedom, right? And Agent Smith represented conformity.
Absolute conformity.
Absolute conformity.
Yeah.
I thought that was such a good show of like what is good and evil, right? Because because the good, the grand good is
the best line regarding that was whenever Neo comes back in and Smith has conquered literally everyone else.
Right.
And he said, Mr. Anderson, welcome back. We missed you.
Right.
And it's like he could have also said, I missed you, and literally it's everyone is me.
Right.
But we missed you. I just love that line.
Right. But it's that old, that evil is actually conformity is actually the lesson at the end. The lesson at the end of The Matrix is evil is conformity. And then the final speech of do you do it for love? Do you do it for why do you do it? And then Neo goes, I do it because I choose.
And their Dragon Ball Z fight. And then in the end, he gives up to conformity.
Yeah.
Which ends up making when everyone is the same, no one is the same.
Right.
Or something.
Right.
The ultimate lesson is that you can win by conforming and not being yourself at the same time.
I remember there was a band that we used to play
And then
with.
changing your gender down the line.
I remember there was a band that we used to play with. They were screaming Mechanical Brain up in Minnesota. And
is that the name of the band?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that you were saying they were screaming Mechanical Brain.
No. The SMB, their original name was Screaming Monkey Boner, but then they But then
I
they
like that better.
But then they changed their
market.
name because they were trying to get signed to a record label to Screaming Mechanical Brain.
Should have just gone to Canada. They might have taken it.
And anyway, I remember the singer of that band, John. He's such a nut. Anyway, John goes at one of the shows. He goes, "Repeat after me. I am an individual." He gets everybody in the crowd to go, "I am an individual." And me and my singer, who's in we played the same night as him or something. No, we were helping him set up that night, and we're just sitting in the back just laughing. John got the whole crowd to say, "Repeat it." I am an individual. I am my own person, and
I am the revolution. Yep. Yep. The issue is never the issue. The issue is the revolution.
The issues. Is that a quote from something, or you just made that up?
No, that's a quote, but I don't know who said it. I know Phil Labonte always says it on Timcast.
Oh, Phil Labonte.
Yeah. It's the issue is never the issue. The issue is always the revolution.
Well, I'm Timu Phil Labonte. I am not a successful musician.
It's true.
I am not a successful.
But you have hair.
But I do have hair.
Yes.
I do have hair.
And you're younger than him.
A little bit, yeah.
He's 52.
He's 52. I'm 41. So.
Give or take. No, wait. I'm sorry. No, he just turned 50. I apologize.
But
wait, you're how old?
41.
Oh, you're younger than me.
Yeah.
Damn. I gotta stop having people younger than me on here.
I can't be that much younger than you.
I'm 43.
Oh, not that.
Well, you're Heffy's age.
We're in the same general.
I thought you were slightly older.
We're all on the.
Much like him is like you've been rode hard and put away wet.
Well, we're all in the same exennial kind of, like
that's true. We are the lost generation.
We are the lost generation between Generation X and Millennial, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
we're not quite millennials, but we were raised with Gen X, so we have their attitude, but with millennial technology and knowledge.
Yeah, I mean,
we're as adaptable on both ends.
I mean, I like news radio. I like Soundgarden.
Wait, the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love news radio. I love Phil Hartman.
Loved.
No, I still love Phil Hartman.
We don't have a past tense of Phil Hartman.
To quote.
Yes.
To quote another Star Trek line.
Yes.
They're never really dead as long as we remember them.
They're never really dead as long as they're a holographic form.
Well, I mean, come on, man. Phil Hartman.
That's true. He was good.
He was so
good.
Hilarious.
What was it? Drugs or alcohol?
No, his wife killed him.
He was murdered?
He was murdered by his wife.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was the other way.
No, he was murdered by his wife. She went nuts.
Oh, she went nuts.
She went completely nuts and killed him. And from what I understand, it couldn't have happened to a better man. He was
usually.
No, I said that the completely.
You said that the wrong way. They usually
no.
that.
It couldn't have happened to a worse man. I am so sorry. Phil Hartman apparently was the absolute nicest guy.
Yeah.
In the world, he was a very.
You meant that in a very genuine way, not the way people usually use that statement.
Right.
It literally could not have happened to a nicer guy because he was so nice.
He was. Yeah.
You actually used that the positive way. Everybody always uses that in a negative way.
Right. But that's what I meant. I meant it with.
You doing okay over there? Okay.
I just meant
I know that chair gets a little after time.
I just meant it with all the reverence in the world and all the love and all the love in the world for the man.
Yeah.
And he was hilarious. There was
Andy Dick, on the other hand.
Yeah.
Funny, but obviously a very troubled individual.
Well, is he dead? Did he die, or was he just
still alive?
Or was he just arrested?
He keeps having issues. He gets clean and he goes insane. He started doing a wandering podcast where he would just go and bother people. He's going Shia LaBeouf, but way later in life.
I thought the thing that happened to Shia LaBeouf was actually kind of a joke, but he actually lost his.
No, he went nuts.
He went nuts,
and then he went super sane, and then he's gone. Well, he just got arrested during Mardi Gras, and because he's scared of gay people. Well, he's scared. Well, apparently he was abused as a young actor, like sexually abused by male older actors.
That doesn't surprise me.
No, definitely not. Especially that generation of Nickelodeon kids all had horrible things.
Yeah.
Disney, Nickelodeon, it didn't matter, right?
They were.
had bad
I mean,
things.
yeah, all the Epstein
Amanda
files.
Bynes.
I mean, this stuff is all connected.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Look at Amanda Bynes. Look at where she's at now.
Well,
Lost her fame entirely. Everything.
look at Britney Spears.
Do you know the conspiracy with that?
That she's not the real Britney. Spears?
That's not Britney at all, and that people have been keeping it a secret. And it said, what was it? The other day I saw that Hillary Duff almost slipped up. Like she changed what she said. She was being interviewed and she said something. Yeah, I always look up to Britney. And then she stopped saying Britney and changed it to something else as though she's keeping it a secret, what she was,
Well,
the acknowledgement.
like, is Paul McCartney the real Paul McCartney? Is Avril Lavigne the real Avril Lavigne?
That's a weird one.
That's
the
a weird
Avril
one.
Lavigne thing is really weird.
Who
do they say that Avril is? There's somebody that they say that she is that disappeared and came back as Avril.
Oh, something, I don't know.
It's somebody that disappeared and then came back. I forgot. There's a whole thing about that.
I think the funniest one that came out
One of them
recently
is
that
John Benet Ramsey.
I saw on Twitter that actually seems kind of plausible. I'm not saying I believe this one, but that Rush Limbaugh was actually Jim Morrison.
Yes, I just heard that the other day. Wait, did you hear that on Rogan?
No, I didn't hear
talked
that.
about that last week.
No, I didn't hear it on Rogan. I just saw it as a Twitter meme.
Yeah, that came up on Rogan.
Yeah, that Rush Limbaugh was actually Jim Morrison, and it actually lines up because Jim Morrison's dad was a general in the army or something like that, and then Jim Morrison got all connected up with Timothy Leary, when he was in the Doors.
Yes.
And then
that's exactly right. Yes,
and that explains this 27 Club is because they actually graduate to become like a psyop or something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
so the Avril Lavigne thing is that they say that she died sometime in 2003 and was replaced before she became famous.
yeah.
And the real girl who she is has been silently like trying to get the message out, and her name is supposedly Melissa. Yeah,
Interesting.
that's a whole silly thing. Yeah, it's a replacement conspiracy.
So she was a skater girl. She said
She was.
She
and
said,
the
"See you
songs
later,
are
girl."
about the actual Avril. Yeah. Except for the ones.
Well,
where
no,
it's like,
that song was "She was a skater boy." She said, "See you later, boy."
he was a
Oh,
skater.
wait. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but the cheerleader would definitely.
Well, it's not like I listened to a whole lot of Avril Lavigne back
I
in
did.
the
I
day.
had a huge crush on her.
I had a huge crush on Kitty. The whole band.
Oh,
Brackish.
gotcha.
Brackish. She is not scared to cry or die. Best things in life brought her
So
to cry.
let me ask you this, because we're going to wrap up here in a minute, but because we've already been over 2 hours. We're briefly talking about AI earlier.
Yes.
How do you feel about AI music? Not pure like throw it in the machine and garbage comes out, but like well produced, but using AI as a tool.
I'm gonna be blunt and honest with this, and I align a lot with what Rick Beato's been saying out there.
Okay.
And I think that, and I actually do find it personally kind of offensive.
Okay.
Because I've spent my entire life trying to perfect playing guitar, playing bass, playing piano, playing drums. It takes time for that.
Yep.
Right. And music itself is an expression of something that's deep down. And, for me, in my life, if it wasn't for music, I don't know where I would have ended up in this life.
Sure.
Having it as an outlet for the negativity and having it as a place to, to put things, having it as a place as an outlet. You can direct that. Some people direct that into drugs and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it was my lyrics and it was my music and it was, learning how to play guitar and learning how to become really good at one thing, to focus in on one thing.
Yeah.
That helped me deal with a lot of trauma in my life. And I think that now if an artist wants to take AI and they want to use it somehow in their music, that's fine. But if you just
I'm saying about using it as a tool.
Using it as a tool is, if that's what the artist is into, I guess, I can't tell, you can't say to an artist, don't use that tool. Like, that's not, you can't do that. Yeah. And it depends on what they do. It depends on what they do with it, right? It depends on what they do with it. But to a certain extent, the fact of just using it just to produce music, just flat out, it's not. No, to me, it's not music. It's not. It's not music, or it's at least it's not the definition of music, because music, my definition of music, and I didn't get this from anyone. This is what I came up with on myself. Is music? Music is emotion put to sound. That is my personal definition for music. Is that music is emotion put to sound. It is you expressing, and me personally as a guitar player, there are emotions that I can express better playing my guitar just through the notes than I can in speaking or talking or anything like that. And music is such a sacred form of communication for us.
Okay.
Music is such a sacred form of communication. So how do I feel about AI music? It stinks.
I can't laugh. My nose is too stuffy. So I had to take my earbud out. Sinus pressure is through the roof.
Old Critic reference there, if you never
I got
saw
it. Yeah. It stinks.
It stinks.
Yeah. It's also a Simpsons reference.
It is, because he did a short little thing.
That one little... Well, he did a whole episode on The Simpsons, but he also had a quick cameo.
He did.
At the psych ward.
Man, you know what do you know where I can find Dr. Katz? Do you remember Dr. Katz?
Briefly.
Okay, it was done with the same kind of like shaky animation as
Yeah.
as home movies.
Odds are it's nowhere.
Odds are it's nowhere.
But also check Tubi.
Because Dr. Katz.
Tubi is where a lot of things end up. Okay, so the main reason I asked about the AI thing is because I agree when it's just the AI slop.
Yeah.
But when there are real producers using it, like basically feeding something into the computer, you get out literally every track for every instrument, the vocals and everything, and then they're going in and they're producing it as though a band just played it over there.
Right.
And they're making all the tweaks, but they also set, hey, I want to do this with this. Here's the lyrics fed in, sample the singer.
Right.
If not their own voice.
Right.
Because that's one thing I find interesting is people sampling their own voice, whether they can sing or not.
Right.
And that's where I think, like, if you are hands-on with the tool, I feel it's different than just going full AI slop and throwing it out to the world, which is a tremendous amount of it. But I've seen what I consider real artists making brand new, not totally brand new, but brand new versions of things, and they move me the same way, quote unquote, real music does. Whereas I think it's in the uncanny valley, but for your ears, not your eyes.
Right.
And the normal AI slop won't do anything for me. Most of the time, it's funny.
Right.
Cool. That's the purpose.
Right.
But some of these songs, especially this one particular artist I follow, I want to learn more about what they're doing.
Right.
Because they're taking totally other genre songs and making covers, but they're doing it in 80s hair metal. And it's fantastic. And like I've played it for people and they're like, and the funny part is I won't tell them what song it is. And I just start playing it.
Yeah.
I won't tell them who did it, where it's from, and then they're jamming along. They're like, "This is awesome!" And then they catch the lyrics. They're like, "Wait a minute!" And that's the moment where I'm like, because the other thing is, and I can tell you because I react to enough different actual artists.
Right.
One of the songs that I love is Patsy Cline, "Walking After Midnight."
Okay. Yeah.
I can tell you right now, they definitely sampled Eric Gronwall's voice.
Right.
Because when you hear it, it's like, oh, that's definitely Eric. Like, it's got a very unique voice. And then I'm like, has anyone showed this to him? Because he has a metal band that could play this.
Right.
So part of me went, wait, what if this is like actual artist making songs, like putting it out to test the waters?
Right.
And then they just go and literally perform it live because they have the ability. So if you could have the computer make the arrangement and then you use your actual artistry to play it.
So here's where
is that in the morally artistic gray area? Because if you have the skill, but you use the computer to put it out, like make it happen immediately so you could hear it, and then you test the waters, and then you bring it back, and then you go and actually start performing it now that you know your fans love it. Like basically doing jam sessions instead, but now in the digital version.
So here's where I think the problem is, right? And it's not necessarily a problem with AI music, but it's a problem with music in general.
Sure.
So in the so like we went from this gorgeous classical music that came from the 1700, 16, 17, whatever, Mozart, Beethoven, Bach, Brahms,
Say
Strauss.
Brox is something else.
Yeah.
It's candy.
Going all the way up, and the music has the music.
No. Sorry to interrupt you. I'll let you finish your point. Warner Brothers dropped the Dune Part 3 official teaser trailer.
Oh,
like literally 5 hours ago. Didn't even see that.
Oh,
so Dune Messiah trailer.
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry. Continue your point. Sorry.
Okay. Cool. So anyway, music has got. So then anyway. Maybe I don't need to go through the whole history of music, but
that would take a while. Yes, I agree.
As we have gone into the 2000s, the first thing that happened is they made the waveforms wider, right? They made music louder, where you lost all the dynamics. Like if you go and you listen to, like, say, an old Pearl Jam song, like you listen to Even Flow, it has the recording itself has dynamics. It gets softer and it gets louder, and there's the dynamics that exist in it. And then as music has gone on, it's gotten simpler and simpler and simpler and simpler and simpler, and the songs have gotten more condensed and more commercialized as it's gone on.
I agree.
And music itself has already been largely commercialized and largely just completely sucked dry of all of its substance. So of course the next step is going to be AI generated music. Of course, that's going to be the next step.
No.
Oh, no.
I think the channel is gone.
What channel?
It is. I was going to play the song for you. The actual channel is gone off YouTube.
With the AI stuff?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like literally just gone.
Huh. Wow.
Okay, let me go see if I can find a link. Maybe they just privated the channel. I had the link. I've shared it, but continue.
Wow.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was like, I put it into YouTube, and I was like, why is that not showing up?
Well, okay. So this actually you know what? This actually takes us all the way back to the guy in the original, with the original thing, like get good at something. Look, we need to revive what it means to be an artist. And if AI is a tool that helps you, and it's a tool that you can use, and it helps you get a song form out, that's great. That's awesome. Do that. Use whatever tool is available to you as an artist. Well, you know what? All this machinery making modern music can still be open-hearted. Not so coldly charted, it's really just a question of your honesty. Which is a quote from the great band Rush.
I'll say it sounded familiar.
Yeah. It's the beauty of music. You can use whatever it is to make music, but just make music. Make music. Bring music back. I guess that's what I have to say about that. Just make music. Make music great again.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment no matter what.
Make music.
I had to find, like, no joke, like after men's group last night, I was listening to it on the way home.
And now
searching for it right now, the entire channel is gone.
It's like I told your mom, Jen. Gwen. It's like I told your mom that AI is going to die by the lawyers.
That's what I was wondering, because but they just put out an original too. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
So the guy is making original music too, or group. I don't know who it is, but they just put out an original after doing nothing but amazing covers.
Right.
Now I'm very, very sad, and I'm gonna have to scroll for a million years to find the link that I sent to somebody.
Yeah.
But like, it was amazing. Like,
Yeah.
and like early AI music, like Dr. Nick Harrison is already pretty cool. Like,
Yeah.
he used to do reactions and stuff like that, but he still does. But he started making soul covers of things.
I saw that. He did was he the guy that did like Wait and Bleed?
Yes, The Wait and Bleed was actually one of my favorites.
The Wait.
For what? But I mean, like, it's not perfect by any means, and he's getting better. But like, he got me down that rabbit hole that led to this channel that is now no longer around.
It was funny. You know, I saw it was funny, but it wasn't at the same level as like what Richard Cheese can do.
Yeah.
I mean, Richard Cheese is just the best.
There's another channel. It's called Resoul. Now they write stuff. They just use a machine to make the music.
Right.
And they did a 50s soul version of Baby Shark. No, but there's like all actual lyrics, and he's the guy who remembers. It's basically like a soulful version that basically remembers childhood.
Right.
And he talks about how his mom and dad both disappeared. His father disappeared into a storm one time.
Right.
And then he made it a trilogy by doing one from the point of view of the dad, which is the king in the cage.
Mm-hmm.
He was captured and put into a tank at like a SeaWorld.
Right.
And the mom, who became a mob wife to keep the empire going after her mob boss husband was taken.
Right.
And then she too, like, basically she got sent to jail for killing the guy that she had to marry to keep going. I was like, it's actually incredible storytelling through the songs. So he's using it not to just make slop. The Baby Shark version is already fantastic, but then like getting to the trilogy of stories was crazy. So I was like, wow.
Well, I'll tell you, like,
And whatever voice he sampled is fantastic.
you know, I'm a fairly experienced software engineer, but I've noticed that like Grok greatly speeds up what I'm trying to do. The one thing that's nice, I will say, the one thing that's nice about using AI, is that I can have this idea in my mind, and I can track the idea. I can track the idea all the way through. And like in programming, you run into stuff where it's like, oh, I'm sidetracked by this. And in the old days, before AI,
Back in the olden days.
back in the
1900s.
yeah.
I love saying that nowadays.
You'd get sidetracked by like, oh crap, I gotta set this server up, or I gotta set this networking stuff up, or whatever.
Right.
And that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build a web API or something like that. And to be able just to quickly go like, oh, what was that Linux command? Oh, thank you. You like, without having to go and read a manual, without having to type whatever the Linux command was, or have to read about Linux networking or something like that to, just to go like, look, I'm looking to do this. How do I do this? And you get a quick, okay, thank you so much. All right, now I can get back to what it is that I was trying to do to begin with. And it helps you not, at least it helps me not get sidetracked. Now, it's the same thing. I've produced music myself, and there are times with music where you just want to you have a single idea, you have a single vision, and you want to track that vision all the way through, right?
Yeah.
And if you're using AI to be like, look, I just kind of need here's the first part of my song, kind of give me a basic chorus for now. Okay, that's great. Cool. Thank you for that basic chorus. I'll worry about finishing the chorus later, but I really want to get to that. I really want to get to my middle part. I really want to get to writing my bridge. I could totally fine. That might be a really powerful tool. If it helps you stay focused to do. I look at AI, at least the way I use it, is it keeps me from getting hung up on all the other little things, or I'll call them the Home Depot trips of project.
I got you.
Of building a project, right? Because it's like, okay, you need to fix your sink or whatever. Programming's very much the same way. When I was setting up Olama and stuff like that on my home server, or I was setting up like Comfy UI, whatever, there was little things here and there, like about the Linux networking, where I had to set up certain things in scripts. It's like, okay, what script does that, what file does that exist in? I don't need to worry about, Okay, cool. Thank you. And the great part now, what I wish actually for now is I wish that they would make the search function for your histories a lot better. Now I know that like Now I know the entire world's going towards this agentic AI thing, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah.
Because did you hear that Amazon literally son of Anton to themselves?
No.
Do you know what son of Anton is a reference to?
Sounds familiar.
From Silicon Valley, when the boss came down to what was his name in that show?
It's been so long.
But he comes down to him and goes, "What the fuck happened, man? Where's everything?" Well, I set Son of Anton to fix all the bugs in the code base, and it ended up deleting which it actually
couldn't figure out how to fix the bugs. Just delete the system.
No, it did. Technically, the right solution, which was technically a solution to delete all the bugs out of to delete all the bugs, it deleted the code base. But that's not fixing the bugs with it. That's yet of uncertain. And then this 3,000 pounds of hamburger comes in. I also set it to order us all lunch in a cost-effective manner. Can you just code like a normal fucking person?
It ordered hamburger because it's the most cost-effective way to feed everybody.
Yeah, so apparently a couple of those Amazon outages that happened last month happened because there was they had set AWS to like they had set up their AI in AWS to delete things out of the code base or something like that. They gave it full control. I can't remember the full details on that, but it was like, and I'm wondering how much of this other stuff that's happening, like the other outages and things, were because they set these guys up. They set up vibe coding, and this is just them kind of like, yeah, it was a technical problem. It was this person's problem. Yeah, the person who entered the command in probably, or entered the prompt in, or maybe it wasn't even that. Maybe it was just the agent. But it's a brave new world, man. It's a wild world when it comes to the agentic stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny now that we're just watching Microsoft just melt into a pool because everybody hates Windows 11 because of all the stuff, and they're trying to turn it into this agentic like operating system and all that I don't think anybody out there wants. But
we tell the people what they want, Jake.
Well, this is like my favorite joke, right?
Yeah.
My favorite programming joke is, how many Microsoft software engineers does it take to screw in a light bulb? None. They declared darkness a new standard.
Exactly. We like darkness.
Well, that's been...
Darkness is great. Is this what it's like being you? Okay, just making sure. Yeah. I only get it in small doses.
But anyway...
No, everyone else is getting it in a small dose.
Yeah. So, but that's that's my life, man.
It is.
Anyway,
you're good. We do need to wrap up, though. It is almost 3 hours.
Wow, we went 3 hours.
Almost. It's 2:40. Yep, and she's feeling it. I'm looking over at her. It's like she's also been trapped in the corner. So that's the other thing.
Yeah,
we did put her in the corner.
Get my poor wife out of the corner.
It's fine. It's fine. Yes, we will do so. All right, guys. So it's just one of those shows. It is what it is. But also, I forgot to mention it at the top of the show. Happy St. Paddy's Day. Way at the end here. That's why I'm wearing the orange and green hat. So either way, of course, subscribe to all those things. There's nothing to follow for Jake, but go ahead and make sure you follow me at _SHOKY on the Instagrams. Of course, follow this show at NYMEA_pod. Go check out Grounded and Grumpy for Hefe's shenanigans. And of course, C4 Graphics. Go see Chad, except on Tuesdays. You guys and your big ass tow trucks making my Tuesdays complicated.
Hooty hoo, heety hee. Happy Valentine. What am I saying? Happy St. Paddy's Day.
No. Don't. And with that, okay, bye.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad.